T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The following program is rated TVMA for language. We want everyone to be able to enjoy the program, but sometimes things happen, and we may say things that may be offensive to some or non-conducive to others. So in other words, happens. Oops.
Niggas coming.
Is on. Shots, 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 shots. Everybody!
Yep. You did it because I was gonna do it. All right.
We both had the same thought. We told you.
We both had the exact same fucking thought. I want to make sure we was on the same. We were on the same page. Was like, well, let's do it. What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Blerds N The Hood. I'm your Resident Supervillain Jay Washington.
I'm the Swaggy Blerd Winston A. Marshall.
For those who are wondering what just happened out the gate, thank you to everybody who watched us last week, minus the technical difficulties. We had to pre-tape it, but we wanted to make sure that we got you guys your episodes out. We want to keep doing this, keep the consistency, letting you guys know we're back, etc. We said this on the show last week that the whole donations and all that would apply. And should we hit our thing, our goal of every time we hit 100, we do a shot, we was going to get it. So we hit, I'm going to just tell y'all how much we decided, we collectively decided on this, and we will continue the number going. We hit 150, which means we're $50 away from another shot. And when I say another, here we go.
Cheers. And then let's read these real quick. And then for the most part, what we're going to do, unless it is incredibly poignant to what we're talking about, we'll save the questions and shit for the end. We'll take the shots, but we'll save the shit for the end. But cheers. Thank you to everybody that donated last week. God damn. Ooh. Okay. All right. So shout out to Anonymous that just said love you and just donated 100 straight up. Jay, we may already be fucked, bro. Did you see the comments?
I'm looking. I'm double checking. I'm okay.
Fred Tastic came in with 20. Thank you so much. Hey, my Blerds. I enjoyed the recorded show. I'm not surprised that Orange Cheeto and his minions are as stupid as they are and say the things that they say. Thanks for you two expressing your intelligence over these topics. It gives me hope for the young. And then DJ 18LN with a $30 stream up. Thank you so much. A quick thank you for your informative political opinions and knowledge of entertainment. Two quick things. I recommend you watch the video of the mayor of London's response to Trump. And can you rake the MC movies post-COVID? I would be down to do that next show just because, like, unless we want to stop and pull all the movies up and do it right now, but I would want to almost think about it.
We have way too much to talk about. So, shout out to that next show. He says 45 left, meaning because he just sent us something.
He just sent us 5. Okay. Got it.
So that's we have 45 left to go. Now, if he'd have taken the 45 already and we had taken a shot, I'd have cried. I'm not gonna lie, because I wasn't expecting that to happen this fast. Yeah, I think there haven't been that many post COVID. I think no.
Is it just movies or like I'm assuming it's movies?
Is it just movies or are we talking movies?
So post COVID is Black Widow on essentially everything after Endgame.
Yo, why am I frozen? Like, why was my face frozen like I just swallowed a whole lemon? That's crazy. So
we had a decent amount. Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, No Way Home, Multiverse of Madness, Love and Thunder, Wakanda Forever, Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania, Guardians 3, The Marvels, Deadpool and Wolverine, Brave New World, Thunderbolts, The Fantastic Four, First Steps. So it's a decent amount. So that's what I was gonna say. If we want to like silently in the back do it now, we can. But I would say we could just save that as a topic for next week. Like we'll make sure we answer it next week for sure.
Yeah, I think we'd have to just do the movies because then you got to count. Because if you count shows too, then it becomes a really thinking man's game. You know what I'm saying? Because you're really trying to place everything of the sort. So got those out the way. And thank you, like my brother said, for any stream labs, unless they're of immediate importance, we will definitely read them all later as we normally do during the show, or if they break the barrier for us to hit the donation goal, whatever the case may be.
Oh, real quick, somebody's asking, is your computer mic on? You just sound a little bit far away.
Let me double check. Let me see what is happening. Hold on real quick. Because I'm using this fucking thing.
All good. While you do that, we can actually go ahead. We got to do what you've been doing.
It's switched. That should be better. That should be better.
Oh yeah, that sounds significantly better.
Yeah, I don't know why. Somehow where it switched over and it wasn't using my mic, so that's on me. My apologies. No. Let me say this in our chat. We're not gonna worry about that. Just let our dude to share. Okay. Yeah. So if there's anything pertinent, we will do that. Thank you guys for letting me know about the thing. It's always normally we start out to be okay, and then Jay's mic is kind of off. He's lagging, not echoing, all those different things. There we go. We're good. Cool. Got it. Now, so y'all are hearing it in replay. Y'all be like, what the fuck happened? So there's
son of a bitch. Okay, what? If I disappear, I just got a text from Spectrum saying that there's an outage in my area and that shit ain't coming back on until 8:30. I'm still here right now, so we're not even gonna put that shit in the air. But just in case,
I had one that was supposed to be last from 12 a.m. to 12 p.m. But when I woke up this morning with my mind stayed on Jesus, my internet was still up.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
So with that being said, Mr. Winston A. Marshall,
my nigga,
a nigga moment,
man, nigga.
My nigga.
What you been doing?
Man, it's been a good week so far. Today, which was dope, I just had to do a lot of like moving around. My buddy Jared, I don't think he's ever been on the show or anything like that. He works for this production company that does a lot of commercials for D2C brands. You've seen like Hims and Hers, like DoorDash, all that kind of stuff, right? They do a lot of the like social media and whatever type commercials you see. So that being said, I was just kind of talking to him randomly and he was like, man, like I legitimately like, I've got my team and I kind of do stuff, but like you're actually obviously being talent yourself, like you're good at giving direction and like being able to connect with actors. So I could probably use you as like my second unit director to kind of help with the talent so they hit their lines. And then I can give you a side project while I'm focused on something else. So I did that once for him already in July. And today he just hit me up, or yet last night he hit me up and he was like, hey, yo, I don't know if you have time, but if you can drop shit and get in here, I could use you again. So I got to direct another commercial today, which was pretty fucking cool. So, it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm crossing my fingers that I can continue to do that on the regular because the pay is a nickel. But
hey,
that
how do I get involved? Yeah.
Well, that being said, because he's tried to put me in some of these before, because I'm SAG and I'm not FICOR, I can't. But to that point, knowing that I know that you are FICOR, right?
I'm talking about the directing. The money is more in directing than it is in the.
Well, yes, but there are more projects just as the talent for them to call you in constantly. So that's the other thing.
I used to do for this one production company, this one company that did it based out of they're in Pasadena. And I did Hims. I was in a couple of Hims ads. I did Fans Buzz. I did Scentbird. I did a couple of them. And the problem is after a while, because they can easily get people, they start lowballing you. So I was like, it's not worth the commute back and forth.
Oh, I feel that. I mean, the upside of that, like, again, this company, I know you're a little further because you're a little deeper in the valley than me, but you know, today we were just working essentially on the edge of like Hollywood and WeHo. Like it wasn't far. Like I got to work, I got to set, which nigga, they fucking they have a studio downtown, but they've started like shooting on location. And when I tell you they just rented out one of these like nondescript mansions on the outside, it just looks like a decent house when you're walking through that neighborhood and shit. But you get inside, and this is one of the most luxurious, unnecessarily rich ass motherfucking houses I have ever been in.
Bro.
Like
I have been in a bunch of them recently. When you realize, like you say, outside, you're just like, oh, this is just a normal home. This is just a home. And then you look at it inside, you like,
inside, you go, oh,
this is a type of luxury. This is what this is. Okay, right. Cool.
Oh my god, dude. It was just genuinely insane. And it was cool. It was cool to walk around and be like, what the fuck? But yeah, what I realized, and I got a little pissed, was this isn't on the production company that did it. It's run by like a rich conglomerate management company that buys a bunch of houses and then puts them on Airbnb, either for people that want to stay in a mansion or shoot their music video there, or in this case, do your full production for commercials and shit. So it's just like, this is part of the reason why the housing market as a whole across America, but especially in LA, is dog doo-doo water, because you're buying all these motherfucking houses and pricing people out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
right.
So that part I didn't love, but this house was nice as shit. And again, it was cool. I think you're on the same page with me with this. Obviously, the goal is for us to just do things that are within the, you know, talent that we've cultivated and the experience that we've gained and all that kind of stuff. It's always nice to work a job that is directly tied to that. So obviously being booked to act in a show, but like, to be like, yo, you legitimately know how to talk to actors, my guy. Like, come direct this commercial. Like, that's the type of shit that's dope as fuck. Yeah. And it's like a nice little ego boost and all that kind of stuff, man. So that was dope. Other than that, man, I'm just working like crazy. Got a bunch of random shit popping off, you know, in the next like week or so that I'm just trying to like wrap my mind around. And other than that, like just trying to sleep. The puppy's great. She wouldn't go for walks, man. And I got to give my girl, Asia Wolfson, 4-time MVP, most valuable pup, Rose Marshall, all the credit in the motherfucking world that she's finally out here pottying and shit and going for walks. She was very shy, and she's.
I know this nigga did not get that dog. This long ass. I know this nigga.
The long ass government name, bro.
I didn't know this nigga didn't get his dog this long ass government name.
You got that right, dude. You got that right.
This nigga said the whole thing like a pimp named Slickback.
That's exactly right, bro.
That, huh? Anybody else know?
That's exactly right. Asia Wolfson, 4-time MVP, most valuable pup, Rose Marshall, my nigga. That's what it is. Oh shit! But with
I'm too sober for this already.
Well, then let me just go ahead and ask you, Mr. Jay Washington.
My nigga.
Nigga. A nigga moment.
Man. Nigga.
My nigga.
What you been doing?
Not having a dog with a full ass government name like that, I'll tell you for sure. What I have been doing, I've been so this is kind of wild. I've been applying for regular jobs. Okay. I've applied for yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that. So I've been applying for regular jobs, and I have been trying, updating my resume, sending that off, because I can't wait around for things. But the problem is, here's a little secret. Again, I like to do this thing of pulling back the curtain for a lot of people and helping them understand like transitions from people in the entertainment industry to dealing with regular life. There's a clip that's been going around with Giancarlo Esposito, who's talking about how before, he really had his big break in Breaking Bad, he was taking all types of jobs and things like that, right?
And a lot of people, because he had been working for so long, and that was still considered his big break.
And that was still considered his big break.
That's fucking crazy.
Yes. I always go back to remembering him from Trading Places. Right. And even he's in Trading Places. He's Dean Big Brother Almighty in School Days. I know Giancarlo Esposito from so much shit in my life to know that that is what's considered the big break. But you find yourself looking at your resume and you're like, how do I apply?
Without you. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I did that. Yeah,
Okay,
no, I
you know
know.
what? I'm way too sober for this right I'm way too sober for this. Please. So having to translate the skills and different things you've acquired, and it's not just acting or doing stand-up, it's writing, it's actually producing content and producing stuff with it, and writing on shows, writing material for different things, and all of these different things I've done. And then some places will either say you're overqualified or you're underqualified, and you just sitting around this bitch like, well, damn, okay. So I was just trying to do that right now, hoping for the best. My big project that I'm writing on, I got a email back. I sent the draft off from, okay, this nigga just dipped out like that. Okay. And then want to tell, let me see. Computer wants me to reset Chrome. Oh, he did put it in the private chat. Okay. So okay. So yeah, there's a big project I'm working on. I'm actually writing something, and I sent the draft off to my lit manager, which, let me tell you something. If you've ever written anything that you're taking serious, that you're trying to get done and created, the hardest thing to do when you write something is get people to read it and give you your honest feedback, give them their honest feedback on it. And I wrote a Christmas comedy movie, and it's actually has a lot of people interested in it. And I had to send it out to a bunch of female writer friends of mine to read it, because I wanted for them to make sure that I got the voices of the female characters correct. Even though I based them off people I know personally in my real life and people I've interacted with, and I felt that I have translated their voices to the page, I wanted to make sure that came across in the words and everything. And when I tell you, I was around this motherfucker nervous when I sent it off. When I tell you, I was like, oh, everybody gonna hit it back like, oh, here go this nigga, terrible writing nigga, blah 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 blah. And all I got was one main thing from every female writer about an introduction done quicker. And I'll be honest, my manager said when she read one of the drafts I did, she was like, you should do this. And I was like, I don't want to do it. And then I did it, and I said it on the last show. But the draft I gave her, I sent her, she hit me back. She hit me back, and she was like, I love this draft. We're in a great place now with this script. Like, we in a place now where we can really move forward with this. Like, she's like, I love this draft. And I think that, to me, was something I really needed to hear. Because it was very nerve-wracking, you know what I'm saying? Not being sure. Now, again, this isn't saying that it's guaranteed to be, a done deal. We sent it to a production company. They like, yo, I love it. Here's $7 million, get it made. That's not exactly how it's going to go, of course, but to know that someone who is heavily respected in the business read your script and was like, this has strong ass legs. Because the story, when I told her the story of it, would already she loved the story idea itself. It was just taking the story idea and putting it to paper. So between that, trying to find a regular job, selling blood, semen, and plasma, it's a lot out here that I'm trying to do to make happen. I've been trying to just be somebody. Well, did you jump? What the fuck? Oh shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, what did you talk about?
Yeah, because I get it, but my nigga said, I have heard of selling blood and plasma. I'm not saying you can't sell semen, but you just kind of said that very cavalier, like it wasn't a thing. Like everybody's like, wait, what? Like on top of the fact There's no part of you that's like, I already got 2 children out there, even though it's technically not your child. You just gonna have another child out there.
Skip over that part. We're just gonna skip over. Y'all know that we're just gonna skip over that part. Hey, if you watch my Instagram reactions, you know certain things I say. We're just gonna skip over that part.
I was so shocked I had a meme delay because I didn't know which one to play. I was genuinely like, it's like this isn't right.
Apologize to the hoe.
Because she would have then paid for said semen. So that's not correct. I just didn't know what to do. I guess I should have just gone with this.
Nigga.
Just, yeah. Like you walked up in a hospital and straight up.
Niggas coming.
I would tell you what makes it worse. I normally don't watch this show. First of all, let me just I don't watch our show. I don't give a fuck.
Because you're living it. You're living it. Go ahead. No. Finish your thought. Go ahead.
So I have it on at on my TV right now. So I'm seeing the slight delay. Why do I look in low resolution too? It's weird. I'm looking at myself.
Are you using all of your bandwidth in order to? Oh
yeah, that is true because I'm streaming.
Like watch the show.
Yeah, that's right. You're right. You know what? You know.
Hey man,
somebody said I'm at 240p. I was like, I look at myself at
240. Yeah.
Jesus. They said I'm at a Nokia flip right now. But other than that, man, I think shut y'all asses up. Sorry, kids outside. Sorry.
That little child is out there just being like, I had a rough day. I want to play with this ball. Shut the fuck up, nigga. I'm out here trying to run this goddamn show.
Trying to run a show, you little bastards.
No, you get no goddamn milk and cookies.
First of all, why you sound like you having a smoking stroke? Anyways, yeah, so that's really it, man. I'm trying to make sure. Okay, so we have streamlabs.com/Blerds in the Hood /tip. Streamlabs.com/Blerds in the Hood /tip. If you want to support the show, as always, if you want to get your questions in, we got a lot to talk about. Okay, we got a lot.
Before we get into all that, obviously, we've been doing this thing called Around the Neighborhood where I'm going to show you some shit that's been happening around the internet. But shout out to Fredtastic. Again, we'll read the Streamlabs a little bit later on. But shout out to Fredtastic for throwing another 10 in there. So now we're 35 away. 35 away. So thank you so much for that. So let's get it popping. Let me go ahead and share this shit real quick because when I had to
it looks so much clearer now that I'm not using now
that you're not just like front and center, right? So all right, this went viral for a little bit. This was Joe Milton. He's the backup quarterback for the Cowboys. He was with the Patriots the last year. This is his second year, so now he's our backup. Somebody was helping him move and wanted to play catch with them, and this shit happened.
You can't do it. I would if you want me to. Yeah. But like every time I did, I'm like,
don't aim at your chest, my nigga.
Yeah. I see.
Brutality. Just knock the nigga over completely, bro. like straight up knocked him into the street.
Next.
All right, man. This one had me fucking dying. So it was media day for the NBA. And one of the social media interns decided it'd be a good idea to call all of the players by the government. So watch their responses, bro.
Anthony Marshawn Davis Jr.
Oh my God.
How's your media?
Hey, stop! Hold on! Hey! That's a Chicago nigga for you. I swear to God. That's a Chicago nigga to the fullest. Because as soon as he said that middle, that nigga said, "Oh, bitch."
Oh, what? The government?
Hey, when that face drops, where you go?
Exactly. Look at this.
You're doing so good, Derek Jerome Lively II.
Never hit the government like that.
Aljamain Washington Jr. Aljamain.
Yes.
Can I help?
Kyrie Andrew
Jersey.
Irving.
That
That
you
is
just call me by my government? That's fine. That's fine. You call me Kyrie Andrew.
Cormac Carl Christie Jr.
Full government. That's
How's Media Day going?
good. It's my fourth one, so I'm cherishing it. First one on a new team.
D'Angelo Dante Russell. How's your first
Dang.
Media Day going? Clay Alexander Thompson. How was your summer?
So good. I saw a lot of.
I love how Clay just completely ignored it.
I got a lot of shots.
Like,
He fucking Meg Thee Stallion. He don't give
that's
a
what I'm
shit
saying.
about
That's
that.
how you know him and Meg's relationship going well. He didn't give a fuck, bro.
He'd have ate that
Are you
spaghetti.
having fun, Cooper Wesley?
After this, we're gonna go eat.
Flag.
Yeah.
Have a good Media Day, Brandon Torrey Williams.
Wow. Yeah. Oh.
Better
Mommy
rule.
Maurice Marshall, come here.
Bro,
Look, let me tell you something. So it is. So my government name is out there. I've said it on specials and shit like that. So it is what it is. My manager hit me up one day and was like, "I am such a fan of you," and used my whole name. And I was like, "Hey, yo, nigga!" I had the Anthony Davis face in a text message. I was just like, "Hey, yo, chill out."
Like, what are we doing? Like, why are we doing this? Jesus Christ. All right. Well, Jay, I know you have probably felt this way one way or the other, but have you ever hated your job so much that you cheered about it when you ended up getting fired?
Man, this is
Because apparently Tyreek Hill was out here thanking God that he broke his leg, and God knows how many different.
Playing with Tua Tagovailoa, with Tua, you know how much he got that hated playing with this nigga. This nigga's leg was hanging on a string. This nigga leg went like this, and he was like, "Yes, Jesus." Then he was happy. He was happy.
I can't even imagine hating a job so much, because from someone who broke his motherfucking leg, and he broke it significantly worse than I did.
That nigga's leg went quick.
Just fully a completely different direction.
On a completely different angle.
There is no way I'm out here just, thank God I'm out this hoe. Like, there's no way. Because there's a real possibility. There's a real possibility at 30. Like, I think he's 31. He may not play 96 again.
Kids.
Yeah. He may not play again, though, bro. You're on the wrong side of 30 in the NFL, and you just shattered your leg. Like, you may not be back. And he clapping and cheering.
First of all, he's going to get paid because he was injured while playing. So his money is good. Number one, his money's good. Okay. But he's going to be at home with all 90 of them babies who's like, God damn it, this nigga going to be home. But the conversation that had to be had in the locker room with Tua when that happened.
Real talk.
Do you understand? How do you already are a quarterback who your brain got so scrambled, you got hit and your fingers started playing Hamilton by themselves. And now you had arguably your number one receiver leg get taken like Lego pieces.
Damn.
And he leaves and he is praising God happy. There's a video of him in the ambulance, all smiles. Bro, that is insane to me.
Yeah, that's honestly pretty crazy.
If I'm Tua, I'm like, yo, hey, is there room next to me and Manti Te'o's ex-girlfriend on the desk? Because I don't think I need to play no more. I don't need to play no more.
Genuinely crazy. Genuinely insane. But, you know, it is what it is. Like, I like, again, his wife was watching that happen, looking like Viola Davis awards before.
Oh, my baby.
Bro, that is some wild work. I don't blame him for reacting like that. Like, that's genuinely some wild work, man. But that being said, we're almost done here. I pray to God that when I have a child, that I don't have a child as raggedy as this one, bro. Look at this shit.
Is that a bear?
Yes. He yelled bear, left the family, and ran. He straight up this shot. Look at him. Sees the bear. Watch.
Hey, first of all, let me tell you something. All right, let's do this. Here we go. Let's talk about this real quick. Turn that shot off. Let's talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
Shorty knows the first rule of nature: self-preservation. Self-preservation. You gotta be real. He warned y'all before he ran.
A little funky.
Shorty could have took off and just been like, "Oh man, y'all didn't see him." He was like, "Bear, bitch, bye," and was gone. Like I don't think people are really looking at giving him his props and what he deserves.
I mean, just look at this. The bear is damn near on one of his mamas or auntie or whoever that is. Look at that. Like, he says it one time. And clearly they don't get it. They clearly don't get it.
Hey, can I ask you a question? What's the problem?
I don't know. It's shit, man. I hope my child is more like daddy, bear, daddy. Like, even while you're running, keep yelling bear, 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 something. I don't fucking know. Like,
let me tell you something. You can say that shit all you want, that you want your child to be like that, right? And you can say, I want my child to make sure they warn the whole family and everybody knows there's danger bound. But you could fuck around and be one of those fathers where you see the bear and you push the shit out your own kid. Let me tell you, if I'm with my son and my daughter, both are who are of capable ages, okay? My son is an adult. My daughter's a preteen hussy. And I can sit there and deal with them. If we see a bear, you bitches have legs too. Run. If daddy run, if you see me fight the force with a grizzly bear, help the bear. Nigga, fuck that. Fuck all that. I see a bear. If my kids know if I run, nigga, you run. Don't ask no questions.
Bro. No, this is hilarious. Motorola. I can have another one later, but yeet.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. You ain't got to raise the hussy. Little heifer, little attitude having heifer. Like,
wow.
What my daughter hasn't look, my daughter, me and my daughter are butting heads right now. And we are allowed to do that. Okay. She is at that age where I'm allowed to butt heads with her. And if she say one more thing, I'm allowed to headbutt her. You know what I'm saying? It's in my daddy contract. What the fuck up talking to me? Like,
Ooh, Castro chose violence. I hope that comes with the donation because David just about to be mad for no reason. Daddy gonna tear his quad again. You tore your quad?
Talking about me. I didn't tear my quad. Motherfucker.
I don't know.
You know what?
Well, all I will say is this. This is the one thing I will say. That is true. All black people know. You see black people running, you follow suit. So maybe that child is actually an albino black child and just knew. Or maybe his best friend at school was black. Speaking of best friends finding each other and y'all being goofy as shit, this had me dying, bro. Look at this little white girl did this little black girl. And look how she responded. It's like, excuse me? Okay. The rest of them little kids do not understand what is happening.
I'm gonna tell you what it was. Go back to it. Go back to the video real quick.
All right, hold on.
I agree with Dwayne. All right, everybody dancing, right? Doing their little thing. Shorty like, oh, this was she on? This was we on?
We on. Bro, what that looked like right there, that looked like Kristen Dunst and Gabrielle Union finally found the rivalry. And Bring It On just happened. I know she didn't just say, no Clovis, no Clovis, no Clovis.
Let me tell you, you walk up on me like, oh, that's what we on?
That's what we doing? Okay. I didn't know that's what was going down. All right, hold on. All right, and I got my last one here. This one had me kind of pissed off because at first I was like, what she was doing was chill, but the tweet that came about it was ridiculous, and someone's response had me dying laughing. So this girl right here did this kind of like fire,
like how the hell y'all doing?
like
how y'all feeling today?
peanuts and
myself and down at the station
to some baby and shit. I was like, all right, that's kind of fire.
Always gonna be something. The only thing you got is your word. I put that shit on my mama. No, you really just can't get comfy. Gotta keep at it, buddy.
So I was like, all right, that's pretty dope. Until someone tweeted, "This is more entertaining than twerking," and this person just said, "No."
Hey, look at God! Look at him work! Hallelujah!
Yeah. So look, respect to the young. It was over. It was over. It was over.
Shut the fuck up and replay the clip.
You were a thirsty fuck, bro.
No, before you play the clip, pause it. I speak on behalf of all the fellas that was watching that and enjoying it, and then watched you start talking.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
We all run the clip back, nigga. Thank you. Everybody.
Where the bitches at? It's supposed to be titties. Where the fucking titties and the bitches?
Run that shit back. Lay it.
Thank you for your service. I guess everybody out here, yes, God is good.
Yeah, everybody out here, you about to say, I don't know about these things. Nobody give a fuck about what you. Ain't nobody give a fuck about what you.
Y'all act like you ain't never seen no ass cheek shake before, bro.
Let me say something. We all love you, bro. But at that point, did nobody give a fuck what you had to say? No, that ain't AI. That's ass.
That is. Oh man. Oh,
whatever reason.
Yeah, pretty much, man. So, all right, cool. So that's around the neighborhood, man. We gonna keep it pushing on to the news. We got a lot to talk about. So Jay, if you want to go ahead and hit this first part, bro.
All right, let me make sure I can get to my damn thing. Okay,
and
so
while he looks that up, streamlabs.com/Blerds in the Hood /tip, streamlabs.com/Blerds in the Hood /tip, or you can go to Cash App or Venmo. Both of our handles you see down there are the same for our actual Venmos and Cash Apps. It's also in the description. If you'd like to support the show, get a question and all that shit, throw it in there. You know what it is. All right, what's the first story?
It was announced that the upcoming headliner for the upcoming Super Bowl halftime show will be none other than San Benito himself, Babani. Okay. Now it was announced he will be the Super Bowl 50 or 60? 60 halftime. Now here's a bit of backstory. So before we get into the MAGA crying, the MAGA tears, if you will, because it was so much of it. He was the most streamed artist from 2020 to 2022. He literally remained second in 23, only behind Taylor Swift, and 24 behind Swift and The Weeknd. Now, what do those three all have in common? People keep saying, well, Taylor played the Super Bowl whenever she wants to. She is big enough to do it whenever she wants to. Even like the call can come from her, not vice versa, and whatever. The Weeknd has done it already. It only makes sense to have one of the biggest artists in the world to do it, okay? He is the second most streamed artist of all time with 96, hear me out with this number, billion. 6 billion streams.
With a B.
With a B, ahead of Drake at 91 billion, who is only behind that of Taylor Swift with 109 billion streams, okay? Now, he excluded the United States from his U.S. tour for his 2025-2026 tour over fears that ICE could be outside of his concert venues. So, when it was announced This brought up all the maggots out of nowhere. First of all, here was the number one thing. This is how you know people now. I know that people of all walks of life, political leanings, affiliations, demographics, et cetera, cultures typically will stumble onto Blerds in the Hood. But this is how I know these idiots from MAGA, and if you're one of them, I give zero fucks. This is how I know you're stupid. Because the first thing that came out their mouth was they couldn't get somebody from the U.S. I'm sorry. I don't know if y'all knew. I don't know if y'all knew this, but the United States, Puerto Rico, is a territory of the United States. Therefore, Bad Bunny is a citizen. Secondly, there have been numerous artists who are not U.S. citizens who have performed at the Super Bowl. Rihanna, the Beatles, Shakira, The Who. There's a long list. I can keep going. You too, but I won't do all of that. Here was the thing, too. Then they were going, why they ain't got no rock and roll or country artists at the Super Bowl? It's an American football game. Let me break this down to you all for those who may be slow. While the Super Bowl is the culmination of the NFL season, it is to award the NFL World Championship to the winner. The Super Bowl is not an American football game by tradition. The Super Bowl is a global event. Global. Well, I'm not going to understand nothing he says. He's speaking that Spanish. That is a you problem.
Bro.
All of the lyrics is when
Jay.
My
favorite thing in the whole world is black people's responses to this being like, I'm going to be listening to that show, not understanding the motherfucking word. Just,
a motherfucking thing.
That black people
understand. Everybody, that's all. Nigga, I don't have to know the lyrics.
The fact that probably one of the favorite songs from black people across America, probably worldwide, is Gasolina. And nigga, genuinely, these niggas don't speak no Spanish. But the minute that shit comes on, Gasolina, like proving that we're never the problem, bro. We all here for vibes. We don't care. And the fact that black people be like, I hope he literally does not a single song in English.
I saw a meme a meme from somebody on Threads that said, and I posted it on Facebook. I said, I hope he don't do a lick any. I hope the motherfucker don't say hello, don't say goodbye, don't ask how the crowd is doing, don't say shit in English. Because why? You deserve it. But also, I want to see all of the maggots, all of the Oakley shades in the middle of a front seat, all of the meemaws with sausage fingers, all of the Karens. I want to see all of you motherfuckers blow a gasket, because you know what's going to happen? Let me do a little prediction right now. Or to quote the great Paul Heyman, this isn't a prediction. This is a spoiler. The FCC will receive a record number of complaints because of the performance. And you know how I can predict the spoiler? Because it kind of is what we like to call a pattern. They did it with Rihanna. They did it with Usher. They did it with Dre, Eminem, Snoop, Kendrick, Mary. They did it with Kendrick. And guess why? They did it with them all.
Dude, I'm trying to find the tweet. A dude literally tweeted like, yo, they flipping out so much about Kendrick. I hope Bad Bunny ends up being the performer next year.
Yeah. Yo, I remember seeing it. Yo, that was a tweet. Somebody legit tweeted last year and said, if you think you mad now, be mad when Bad Bunny's the performer for next year. Here's another thing. Stop saying, oh, Coldplay and Metallica would work. No, they wouldn't have. You need to understand you are not the targeted demographic anymore for what the halftime show is trying to reach. Now, let's go to a little bit of things. So, Bad Bunny, when we talked about, he didn't want to do his U.S. shows because he wanted his fans to enjoy it, but because of ICE. He said people come from the U.S. come here to see the show. He was telling us about the Latinos and Puerto Ricans in the United States who also travel. He said, but there was an issue that fucking ICE could be outside my concert. And that's something we were talking about and very concerned about. So, MAGA, of course, doing what they do best, they decided to say he has no English songs and he's a Trump hater. Look, makes a lot of people across the world. There's no secret about that. But this is what fumed conservative commentator Benny Johnson said, and I quote, "He's a massive Trump hater, anti-ICE activist, no songs in English. The NFL is self-destructing year after year." How is that possible when they're making record numbers in profit and ratings year after year? How
Remember when they said
imploding?
they were going to quit because of Colin Kaepernick? They said they were boycotting the NFL
You're not
forever.
even supposed to be watching the game.
They said they were done.
You're supposed to be done. Radio host Dan O'Donnell said, Bad Bunny said 2 weeks ago he won't perform in the U.S. because he's scared of ICE agents deporting his fans. Turns out his business sense far as outweighs his moral convictions. Now, here's why I want to bring this one thing up. I need people, because this goes into an article that was clickbaity as fuck that just came out right before we went on air. Can you read that article, please, my brother?
Yes, I can. All right. What, the Bad Bunny one specifically?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what Bad Bunny ended up saying, and he quoted and said, "What I'm feeling goes beyond myself."
I'm talking about the Corey Lewandowski talking about ICE being at his concert, the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. I
said
that because yeah. Sorry, because it was so clickbaity.
If you don't have it, I have it right here.
I got it right here. The deadline one. So
yes.
Yeah. So Donald Trump's Department of Homeland Security plans to swarm Bad Bunny's Super Bowl halftime performance. The right-hand man to DHS Secretary Kristi Noem promised today, "I don't care if it's a concert for Johnny Smith or Bad Bunny or anybody else." Corey Lewandowski told Benny Johnson on the latter's podcast Wednesday of the big game in February, "We're going to do enforcement everywhere. We're going to make Americans safe. That is a directive from the president. If you're in this country illegally, do yourself a favor and go home." Lewandowski, who often rises and falls in the Trump world, went on to talk about the superstar king of Latin trap on the Benny Show, saying, "There is nowhere that you can provide safe haven to people in this country illegally, not the Super Bowl and nowhere else. We will find you. We will apprehend you. We will put you in a detention facility and we will deport you." So know that there is a very real situation under this administration, which is completely contrary to how it used to be.
Okay, so I want to make sure you say this. You can, if you need to solo me for this, because if you get in your feelings, come to me. If you need to solo me, bro, solo me. I want to make sure all of you maggot motherfuckers understand this. All of you little simple-minded fascist bitches understand this. To say that racist bullshit and try to play it as if all of a sudden the Super Bowl is going to become a regular Bad Bunny concert crowd. Hey, I don't know if you I do know that you're fucking dumb and dense. I also do know that you're playing to the lowest common denominator. The fans that are in attendance at the Super Bowl are your average white people, are your average upper class people who are paying tens of thousands of dollars for tickets. It's not going to be the average Bad Bunny concert goer. So when you go there and you send ICE to try to profile brown people, please know you're going to be more than likely profiling high-profile brown people or the employees of the fucking stadium. This isn't a regular Bad Bunny concert. So to say that asinine-ass statement, what are you going to do? Say you're going to deport Bad Bunny? Deport him to where? A U.S. territory? Try again.
I mean, the other part, as you mentioned, I think it's to harp on is the fact that let's keep it a buck of who actually ends up at the Super Bowl, considering how expensive it is. Like, that's what I mean.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You're sitting here saying it like there are going to be. Listen, I live in a predominantly Mexican or Hispanic neighborhood. These are not the concert goers to go to the Super Bowl. They may try to say to go to a Bad Bunny concert, but guess what a Bad Bunny concert is? About 1.5, 2, 3 hours long. Not 15, 20 minutes, 30 at the most.
Bad Bunny concerts, because he actually was streaming on Amazon the other day. Nigga, he went for like 4 hours. He literally turned his concert into the way that the jokes that Catwoman used to make about going to your Latin friend's house for parties, and it started like 5 in the afternoon and it goes till 5 to 3 days later. Like, that was like how long his concert was.
But again, they're not going to this, and I don't say this in a negative manner. The average person isn't going to the Super Bowl.
Nope.
They're not. So when you say we're going to have ICE, now here's the beautiful thing about that too. Any ICE agents who thought they would have anonymity going to the Super Bowl to harass and profile brown people and think we could snatch them up off the streets. Well, there was a law that was passed in California about a month ago. It's the no mask law, which means every ICE agent, because the reason they were wearing masks, they were afraid of being doxxed. They didn't want people to find out who they were and their family were. Well, California, the state, has a law that states there can be no mask worn. So now you have to run the risk of saying, do I look like the bigot I am? Which, by the way, I would say we all know that you all are bigots, especially you all on Facebook and comments. I've also learned this. If you like to argue racist semantics or say, well, somebody isn't racist, and I go to your page and your page is private as fuck, I know you say a lot of racist shit and you just don't want to get called out on your bullshit. But that's neither here nor there.
So I would love to come over here and share this with you now, because I did find this dude that wrote this, who brilliantly named himself Rafael De La Ghetto, after Fresh Prince, for those that know their history. All these white people mad about Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance.
Cannon to the right. Cannon to the front of me. Volley and thunder.
See, that's that. God, now I can't remember the other poem, man. Like I hate this shit. The brain fog shit. The what Jazz's fucking poem was is Rafael De La Ghetto talking about
maybe let's get some chicken and ribs and get busy.
No. Before it was like, one look from you, like I can't remember the whole thing, but one look from you is as precious as gold. Let's go get some barbecue and get busy. But Rafael De La Ghetto says, all these white people mad about Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance. I hope next year they get Bad Bunny performing the whole set in Spanish. He said this during the Super Bowl on February 11th. Oh, wow. Aged like wine. Hey, bro, so how about them Powerball numbers, though? Bro Stradamus. Like, he's the one. Like the number of tweets coming about this dude had me dying because he called that shit, bro.
Because I think people need to understand this. When you're looking at artists who play the Super Bowl, a global event, the halftime show. So I was discussing this with my brother. We always have a pre-show meeting and whatnot. And every part of the Super Bowl is an advertising revenue generator, right? From the commercials during the pregame to the commercials during the coin toss, kickoff, and everybody that wants to be a part of the commercials in the Apple halftime show now. And it's all about global. There are things you see here, but there are also entities that are worldwide that you never see. So if you think that you're going to, well, why couldn't they get Metallica because they're from San Francisco? Is it Metallica that's from San Francisco? I'm like, don't y'all start this shit, because now white people want to do what some black people tried to do last year when they was like, he should have had Lil Wayne because it's in New Orleans. Shut the fuck up.
That has never been a prerequisite to ever have the person that is from that area do that. If anything, the only to that point location that would have really made sense for Wayne is, but you obviously don't do well, Dre, sure, but I was saying, but you don't obviously know who's going to the Super Bowl until right before, and you pick the performer like now. It's week 4.
Yes.
As if the Packers somehow ended up in the Super Bowl and they could last minute throw Wayne in because of how big of a super fan of the Packers he is. But like, other than that is not how it works. Like, there is a whole process of pitching yourself. There's a whole process of, well, what are you doing now? What is the history of what you're doing? What do you have coming after that?
Do you have the money? Do you have the money to put on the performance? Because people don't understand this. Halftime performers do not get paid. They pay out of pocket. They put the show together. Every artist that you've seen perform on the halftime show has paid for it out of their own pocket. And they do it like you were stating, and I think I might have stepped on that, so I apologize, because there's something coming up. They're going to make that money on the back end on the tour.
And that's part of the pitch. The pitch to the people that are doing it is like, okay, here's what I've got going on and all that kind of stuff. So you're obviously going to get this out of me performance-wise and all that for your own stuff, and then vice versa. Because if you remember, like when The Weeknd did it, he did the Haunted Maze with Universal and all that stuff and whatnot.
Yes,
and he also had that really shitty show that came out, but he had that show on HBO as well. Like he had a bunch of stuff lined up.
Wait, that was this show. The one on HBO, The Idol.
Yes, The Idol, but the Maze wasn't based off The Idol. The Maze was based off of one of his albums.
Yeah, the Maze. Did you see the? I did the Maze. I did the Maze of Universe. It was literally. You know what the Maze was? The Maze was him with the plastic surgery shit.
Right. That he had in the halftime show. Where
his face also, but yes, Bad Bunny has performed, but this is his first time performing as a solo artist.
Right. Exactly.
This is his first time as a solo artist.
Exactly.
So just want to make sure, because a lot of people brought that up different. Too.
Exactly. There is a difference between headlining it and being a guest on someone. So, for example, if I remember correctly, like Usher had been a guest before, but his actual solo performance that's why it was a big deal. And remember, at the time when Usher did that, he was just about to start his Vegas residency. So, like, it was this is the type of stuff that gets
he was done. He was rapping it. He was rapping
it. Because I thought he's still doing the residency right now. So like
he might have went back, but he was rapping that run up. Because I know, because I saw him in Vegas, and that's why I was one of the people that's like, he better bring the strippers. He better bring the strippers. If he
I remember you talking about the Usher, you wanted Usher bucks out there and shit like that.
Nigga, yes. What y'all know about it?
I'll trust bigger Bad Bunny fans to answer this question, but I would say Titi Me Pregunto. That's the one song that I know, which is fire, which is essentially about.
So Bad Bunny's library is so extensive, right? Do not be surprised. People are like, he might get Cardi because him and Cardi have I like that, and Cardi's about to go on tour. So I like that they happen more than I wouldn't, because also she could be next. Y'all playing, she fuck around be the next one. T-I-T-I.
I got it. I'm putting it in the chat.
M-I Preguntos. P-R-E-G-U-N-T-A.
This nigga said P-R-E-Gunto. Oh, man. Also, you talking about Cardi like that, bro. I almost wish you had introduced me to that song about her fucking Stephon Diggs. That was a lot, bro. That was a lot.
So we didn't talk about this on the show last week, and I was gonna pull. There's way too many tweets to pull up about this real quick. Cardi B and Nicki Minaj versus Fosachi. I didn't even see it. So, Cardi and Nicki are going at it on Twitter. And Cardi has been saying the realest thing was like, you mad about an album that you not even mentioned in. Because the drama has been going. First of all, I've said this before on social media. Cardi B and Kendrick have perfected hating someone with your entire soul. And I learned through those albums.
With their entire soul.
And I've learned that I'm not hating to my fullest potential. But nigga, I saw a tweet today that had, so Nicki called herself talking about culture. Cardi and Cardi's daughter would all say. And Cardi keep telling people, say what you want to say about me, but don't you bring my kids into this. It's like, all right, so Nicki keep bringing the kids in. Cardi has also read seemingly Nicki's whole life. You're like, oh, Jesus. Nicki Minaj said something today. Cardi B said, and hold on, I want to read it directly. And I quote, Cardi said, I'm letting you know again, stop playing with my kid, bitch. You just mad because your son's favorite color is 5. Get the fuck on, you crackhead.
Wait, Cardi said that shit?
Cardi said, you just mad because your son's favorite color is 5?
Bro, that's genius. Okay, well, because the other thing that she said earlier that I got to give her credit, because Nicki apparently was complaining, and there was a bunch of tweets that she's deleted now, but she made claims alleging that Cardi's album sales were inflated due to bundles and discounts. And Cardi fired back at Nicki talking about that she should be comparing herself to Taylor Swift and leave her alone. It's like, you've been in the game for 16 years. You need to compare yourself to your peers that started around your time. Rihanna, Taylor Swift, Drake. Those are the numbers you need to be competing with, and you can't because you're doing lower than all of them. I was in high school when you came out. What the fuck is you comparing yourself to me for?
Cardi just is like the real shit. Like Cardi, look, I got much.
Hey,
she's like,
here you
yesterday.
go. Here was her last tweet. This shit is wild,
yeah, nigga. This is when it got real. Go back. She was like,
Dear
first of all, hold this bitch by the full again.
By the government. I'm gonna rechange the name to this. The full government. Just full government.
Dear Onika Tanya Mirage, this is my last time responding to you because this is past Twitter now. I gotta see you. When a motherfucker tell you I gotta see you, it's real. Yo, I gotta see you. But first, I'm gonna tell you the truth. You said out of your own mouth that the little girl and you haven't forgave your mother yet. That's because your mom used to stay silent when your dad used to touch on you every time he did that crack pipe. I know you experienced a lot of trauma and abuse, but drugs is not gonna help you. You need to go to therapy now. I'm gonna let you know this today. Your husband is not stopping you from your actions because he lets you do drugs all day to numb you so he can max out your credit card.
Damn. God,
yeah, you think I don't know? Them queen niggas you be letting in your house every time you kick them out be coming and spilling your tea in the hood. But I'm going to be the realest person to ever tell you, you need to get help. You need to heal that trauma. You always coming at people every time you see them happy because you got so much trauma and pain that you want to put on others. Your fans are going to gas you up while you literally lose your goddamn mind. You don't have no friends, no family, just that man in your house that lets you do drugs till you pass out so he can spend your money and buy the hood chains. I'm not throwing away my career and my endorsements going back and forth with words with a possessed drug addict. I see you when I see you, nigga.
I can't believe
Yes, sir. This nigga spitting.
Damn, nigga.
Bro, right here. I can't believe what I'm reading. Someone said I'm fucking crying. Can someone explain this in football terms? The Eagles keep winning and the Cowboys keep sneak dissing them because they won 25 years ago. They're still on the Eagles level because of it. The Eagles tell them that they haven't had playoff success in years. Why are they still worried about the Eagles? The Cowboys say, y'all can't talk right now. Y'all might want to worry about A.J. Brown. And the Eagles then respond by saying, this is the last time that they will mention them. Y'all lost Micah Parsons. It's looking like y'all might not make the playoffs, but we play again later this season, so we gonna see about it and talk tough. The end. Somebody said Onika is the delusional Black Donald Trump and her fan base is delusional MAGA cult. Now I can't unsee it.
It's the truth, though. Look, I've always said this when it comes to Twitter. You never mention that woman's name. You mention that woman's name, the barbs come out of nowhere. They will defend. They defend. I thought the Beehive was something. Nicki Minaj's barbs are a whole other level.
Do not hold back. Also, this is hilarious. If you don't want to read all of that, she basically said this: you lied about the only artist that can offer you some help. Fuck a rap battle. This is a lifelong battle with yourself. Meet the Grams.
Yo, he said, everybody's like, yo, this is the fourth verse of Meet the Grams.
The whole fourth verse. You lied.
Who knew Meet the Grams had a fifth verse?
God damn!
Who knew? Listen, I'm gonna just say this. Cardi, I've had beef with certain like open mic comic tried to come at me, right? And I had to tell this little nigga, I said, hey, bro, you've done nothing in life. I said, you are beyond a failure. I said, if you died tomorrow, nothing will remember you, not even your shadow. I said, but I'm not going to keep arguing with you. Like, if you died, no one would care. Facebook would actually delete your profile.
What did this man say to you?
I don't remember, but I know once you come at me, the gloves go off. Everybody, you know me, bro. When I go in,
but I'm wondering, what did he say to press this button?
So, and I had to be like, and then somebody was like, please don't. One of my homeboys, one of my comic homies was like, hey, can you not fuck this dude up when you see him? I said, bro, I'm not going to touch him. I'm not going to mess up my bag with this network I'm on because of him. I said, you'll hear that. You can hear that and understand I'm not the one. I tell people this all the time. Y'all got this cute, lovable, funny Jay Washington confused because I'm the nigga that fought a nigga back home and picked a nigga up over his head and threw that nigga in the air and let him fall and bust his shit and didn't give a fuck. I'm that nigga that'll stump your earlobes together till they clap like a church choir director and don't give a fuck. But I'm a Christian now.
Now.
I don't do those. But so I say all that to say, people think Cardi will talk shit. Cardi does these things, but Cardi literally trying to live her life. And so when she did that album, if y'all have not heard the song Pretty and Petty yet, Bia got to sit down for like 2 years. Bia got to sit down for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of went in on her too pretty hard.
I'm a bad bitch and you mad because you built like your dad? Oh, that was just one line.
Yeah, the whole song is.
So.
Oof. All right. Well, let's move on. We got to talk about it for a minute, man.
Oh, here we go. Bad Bunny gave a quote on the show. Let's wrap this up real quick about Bad Bunny.
He did.
He said, go ahead.
Oh, this is about the halftime show. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. He said, what I'm feeling goes beyond myself. It's for those who came before me and ran countless yards so I can come in and score a touchdown. This is for my people, my culture, and our history. Yup, you read that. I can't.
Dale a tu abuela que seremos el halftime show del Super Bowl.
Yo, this nigga sounded. I would have just rather let somebody else read that because he fucked that up abysmally.
No, I did not.
Okay, you did.
Okay.
You did. But anyway, let's go. Let's go to the. Let's go.
You clearly were terrified to say it yourself, nigga. It's just...
You know what it's about me right now. It's about you.
No, it's not. It's very much about you. Oh shit. Okay.
That's so wild, nigga. This ain't about me right now.
Well, if you did you put it on extra? Is that
it's
why
an extra in the video?
Okay,
it's
great. So if you he didn't do that, but I just was like I think the only part funnier about that is because he was just like off looking at something. He just did his wife beater or whatever. He just chilling, and he was just like, "What the fuck?" Like he popped up on screen. Everybody was like,
"That nigga." Well, let me say something. That nigga popped up on screen. Hey, that nigga popped up on screen like somebody walked in on him watching porn. That nigga was like, "Oh shit!" Like he had his dick. That nigga had his dick in his hand. The nigga was like, "Ow!"
Do not come. Do not come.
That nigga's so hard.
Bro, when he popped up on screen, he looked like
Jesus Christ.
Like he's straight up.
That nigga face like, "Oh."
Okay. So if you
got
have
caught
not...
at the party sucking on old titties, and the nigga was like, "Oh, I ain't doing nothing."
Well, if you haven't already caught up by now, spoiler alert for Peacemaker, man, because this just happened in the latest episode.
I haven't seen a single person of color ever since I've been here.
No way.
One got out! I'm black!
What?
Hi! I got her! What the fuck?
Fuck me.
This is your perfect world, huh?
First of all, I called it 3 weeks ago.
I gotta give Jake credit. I said this on my Peacemaker review on shit. I've said this story before. We were out at brunch and we were leaving. And he goes, "Hey, nigga, by the way, you see that shit on Peacemaker?" I was like, "Yeah, man, it's pretty good." He goes, "Nah, nigga, that's Earth X." I said, "What do you mean?" And he goes, "You see how I ain't see no black people in there?" And I was like, I wasn't really paying attention, but I let me go back and watch that shit again. And I was like, oh my God, this nigga is right. I didn't, just because like for us within the first episode or two of Seeing the World, it wouldn't have clicked immediately with that. But if Jay hadn't said anything, I started to notice once he kept going back, especially with the Sons of Liberty episode. That
Sons
clicked
of Liberty
immediately.
is what sold it. The Sons of Liberty sold it for me because I was like, what are you liberating from?
Right.
That
1,000% did it, and other Chris being such an asshole, and the reminder that his dad in the original world was a white supremacist anyway. So
who technically
put all
still is a white supremacist, you know?
Exactly.
But it was so. Let me tell you. So first of all, if you paid attention, what we did notice, Danielle Brooks, who plays Adebayo, has on a shirt that says Brownie. Which, by the way, let me tell you the transformation, because she's a mom, I think, of 2, if I'm not mistaken. I know she has at least 1 kid, but I think because remember in season 1, she's actually a little heavier.
Right.
She's a little bit heavier in season 1. She came in season 2. She already was beautiful. There's something about a beautiful chocolate sister. I was like, good God Almighty. But when I saw her in season 2, even before that episode, I was like, damn, I know your character gay, but damn.
Bro, she is so. I mean, obviously they did that on purpose. Apparently, Ads is fast as hell because she continued to outclick all them white people, bro.
So I made a post about this. So they mirrored the scene that he does in season 1. Remember when Peacemaker has to run from all them hooded Nazis?
Yes.
That come chasing after him. His dad sends them all after him. It's kind of like a mirroring of that scene, which now makes me really wonder. And I've said this, so I said this in the post and Winston and everything else. So Chris didn't know, right? Chris's perfect world. It's his perfect world only because he's a hero that he always wants to be. We saw that from episode 1 when he couldn't get in the Justice Gang. His brother is alive. His father treats him with love.
Yep.
And he has the love of his life.
Right.
So that's his perfect world, right? He would never, like you said, he would,
No, go ahead. Finish.
Yeah, he would never pay attention to it. So it's just like, I wonder if that Earth's Chris. Remember, they just said a black got out, right?
Right.
So they're all corralled up and shit. Right. What if, and I still hold to this one, what if Chris has killed her in that world?
Probably.
I would not be surprised if that Chris has killed her.
Probably. I bet you Ads probably was working with the other Vig because the other vigilante in Earth X hates Chris. He hates Peacemaker. And he's a part of the Sons of Liberty.
Both keep bumping heads. Yep.
So I would not necessarily be surprised if that happened. But I bring all this up because it's very obvious by dealing with Earth X, for those that don't know the full history of it, long story short, the Nazis win World War II, and then Nazi regimes around the world just spawn. That's just, it is what it is, and this is a white supremacist utopia. So,
hey guys,
for those that are,
hey guys, don't it kind of feel like something?
Look. So all that being said, for those that are not familiar with Straw Hat Goofy, Juju, he put out a great video pointing out that essentially Peacemaker is the perfect example of what white privilege is via this episode. So let me play this, and he actually addresses some ridiculous shit that people decided to say about his video in the comments. So hold on, let me make this a little bigger.
Let's talk about how last night's episode of Peacemaker perfectly showed what exactly white privilege is. Peacemaker was so blinded by how great this universe was for him, he didn't pick up on the obvious signs that there was no people of color at all around in this universe. He did not have to worry about any of this because the oppression was not happening to him, so therefore he could just go throughout life thinking everything was all hunky-dory. Spoiler alert, it was not hunky-dory.
So a lot of these comments, one said, someone said actual perfect universe. Somebody else said there's no such thing as white privilege. Another one just called him the N-word. All right, come on. You have to play the race card for a TV show where the lead character murders people because he thinks it's fun. Come on, bro, do better. It's always about race. There was no need for this. God damn it, here we go with the victim complex people. What is bro yapping about? It's not that deep. It's the best Earth or Peacemaker was so focused on having everything he ever wanted, like his brother and a girlfriend and an actual loving father. It didn't even enter his brain. All right. We already read that one. And James Gunn actually answered this shit. I mean, you'll see some things next episode where, of course, they're parallels. We've seen more racism lately, right? Is that because there's more racism or because it's more okay to be out in the open? It's probably the latter. That's obviously fucking discouraging. And if my stupid TV show has anything to do with people being like, oh, maybe I should be more aware of my prejudices, great. But that isn't what I write the show for. I write the show for the emotional angle, just like I wrote Superman to be about kindness. If there was a socio-political aspect of Superman, it's that there has been an absence of kindness and understanding and loving a human being, no matter what their thoughts or feelings are. Follows it up. He says, could you talk about how you decided to hide this twist in plain sight? In very plain sight. You know, Peacemaker is not a bad guy. He's not racist, but he does have the sort of narcissistic tendency to judge moments based on how he's being treated and judged. He's able to go to this planet and not notice at all that, hey, wait a second. I mean, you think we're blind for not noticing it in a TV show with clips that are 30 seconds long? He didn't notice it walking, driving around, that everybody was white, whereas Harcourt, who's more attentive to details and probably more sensitive to that sort of thing anyway, notices the minute she's out in public, she's looking around going, what the fuck? So I bring all that up, man, because what drives me crazy, Juju perfectly pointed out exactly that. And the funny thing is, no matter where you are at this point in the world, you can show people straight up facts and evidence. And the proof of that is everything that's happened with this administration recently, with tariffs and all that shit, the discourse around stuff Charlie Kirk said, and people immediately taking that into you're some monster celebrating his death. Any number of things you could show them plain as day, and they're going to immediately start gaslighting and making shit up, or even worse, as some of these comments did, just showing their ass with their racism and bigotry and all that other shit. It is a perfect example of that. Someone tried to say in that same thing, and I commented back, they were like, well, you know, maybe he just wasn't there long enough, like blah, blah, blah. I was like, bro, he's had enough time to stop kaijus, stop terrorist organizations, hang with his brother and shit that entire time. And Harcourt was there for 3 hours and figured it out. So this idea that he wasn't there, that was literally the point for people, that when you are not the one being oppressed, when you're not a woman, having to deal with all of the sexism, when you're not Black or Latin or Asian having to deal with all the racism, you are not going to innately see that shit. You need to, the funny thing is about the term woke that has been bastardized by the fucking right at this point, is the term originally was there for about keeping your eyes motherfucking open to the fact that the system is out to fuck you over. It was specifically about Black folk and how the cops will fuck you over and on the government will fuck you over, but it applies to everything, to classism, to sexism. The idea of staying woke means stay aware of the bullshit. Whew, all right, I had to get all that shit off my motherfucking chest, man. I'm just fucking tired. Also, Judah Master is probably dead. I'm just gonna be real.
Yes, sir. This nigga spitting. Damn, nigga.
If he's not dead, he's hanging up like Django at the end of Django before he got revenge.
When Keith tells Chris to just take your Peacemaker cycle and drive it to Argus, remember, they're in the same city on different Earths. In the city on Earth Prime, where Peacemaker is from, there's different races all around. When he rode down the street, he was so busy being adored, his privilege blinded him. He was loved and celebrated. Some chick just flashing titties, and he just enjoying it all.
Bro, best example, because he spent a lot of time at Argus, right? The Argus on Earth Prime. You got, what's her name? The cyborg that's working under Rick Flag. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. You got Tim Meadows.
Sasha Bordeaux.
Is that the name of the character, or is that the name of the actress?
The character.
Okay. So you got Sasha Bordeaux, you got Tim Meadows' character that's there the whole entire time. You originally had ads working for Argus. You had Viola Davis's Waller running Argus. So there were plenty of people that were not just white in that, but that whole building very clearly was all just like, and to the point that Rick Flag Jr., this is the other thing. he seemed to have a little bit more soul with him in the Suicide Squad and all that shit. That was the whitest, the white, just like nerdy glasses.
He was literally white.
Amelia,
How white was that world? The Earth X Harcourt doesn't even wear black.
I forgot. I didn't even, bro. They said that. I was like, oh, maybe it's just not as hardcore. I didn't even clock that. That's actually.
He doesn't even wear black,
bro.
What the? Oh shit!
I missed that.
People need to pay attention to all. And again, people want to say, "Oh, you're bringing politics." This is another thing I saw. Oh, here we go, bringing politics into fucking TV and movies. First of all, you're an idiot. Number one.
I don't know why that made me laugh so hard.
Let's predicate that you're an idiot. Number one. Number two, politics have been in everything, no matter what. I will always reference Captain America #1, where he is punching what on the cover, Winston?
Nazi. Well, Adolf Hitler. The ultimate.
More so than anybody.
Like,
now, this is also how I know a lot of you all are just really bitches. Because if you remember the Arrowverse, there was a whole crossover that was called Crisis on
Earth X. Yep.
On Earth X. And that was before Crisis on Infinite Earths. And yes, they did the whole Nazi regime then. So please, don't allow your little political feelings to interject and act like this is brand new, that Earth X just got made up, or all of a sudden they just did it. Again, it's similar to Homelander and the Boys. You saw yourself now, you don't like it.
I mean, I think we talked about it, but maybe we didn't. I will never get over the fact that James Gunn it wasn't James. It was Sean Gunn. Just said, yeah, Superman is like an immigrant story, bro. Like someone from another place trying to like humanity and kindness and all that shit, like quoting after his brother and shit. They made it a woke immigrant story. My nigga, he's from Krypton.
He's an alien from another fucking planet.
He's literally not from fucking Earth, let alone from America. And by the way, shout out to Villa Wolf, who just straight up sent $100, meaning that we are still what did we say, 35 away from another one. But thank you so much. We already
there we go.
Yeah.
Well, all right. My show I was supposed to do got canceled, so all right, y'all can thank The Rock for this one.
Did he make? Oh yeah, I forgot he has a tequila brand.
He does. All right, y'all. Let's see if he said our guy in the chair told us it was James, not Sean.
It was James and not Sean, but Sean did. He called out the MAGA people. That's what happened. Is Sean called out like?
All right, y'all ready?
Cheers, man.
Fuck, man, this is 2 cheers.
To ads developing the Speed Force, bro, because I need her to get away.
Yeah, fuck these.
Bro, he is very clearly Superman from Earth X. I'll tell you that much.
So like, sorry. So yeah. So I just want people to understand when you're talking about these things, everything is political. The X-Men were based off of oppressed minorities in the country and in the world. People can say they can have their feelings that Magneto and Professor X are indicative of various civil rights leaders, but nonetheless, the X-Men were created to talk about oppressed minorities, and you only have oppressed minorities when politics plays a role in that. I don't know, people are missing out on the small thing behind that. I don't. I want to jump a little bit ahead if I may, because I want to ask this nigga here. I want to talk about this. This has been a big subject for a lot of people for about a week now. Now, it has just started recently. the Riyadh Comedy Festival, okay? It is going down in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, started on the 26th, and it goes to the 9th of October. As you can see, there's a big list of comedians from Sam Morril, Pete Davidson, Kurt Metzger, Aziz Ansari, Chris DiStefano, Hannibal Buress, Mark Norman, Dave Chappelle, Andrew Schultz, Louis C.K., Chris Tucker, which I'm surprised I got him to tell jokes, Kevin Hart, Russell Peters, Joe Coy, Jessica Kirsten, Gabriel Iglesias, Whitney Cummings, Sebastian Maniscalco, Maj Jabrani, Zarna Garg, and a bunch of others. Now, there, of course, this has been a big discussion because of Saudi Arabia within itself, right?
Is that directly underneath? Is that Chris Tucker?
Yes, I said Chris Tucker.
Okay.
That's why I was like, I don't know how they. Chris Tucker doesn't do stand up regularly.
No, I know he did that one special, like what? It's almost been a decade now, and honestly, because it wasn't, in my opinion, it wasn't that good. Like, because he started off so strong, but became a movie star so quickly, he just didn't keep doing stand up. Am I wrong about that, or do you have different feelings on it?
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Sorry about that. His Def Jam set popped, and because it popped so quick, he didn't have to be on. It popped him straight into movies, into blockbuster films. Let me just make sure I say that correctly. Not just films, blockbuster films. But there are over 50 comedians from around the world who will be performing this thing. And the reason this is a big thing is part of Riyadh season, where now there's this whole big spectacle where Saudi Arabia is doing a PR twist in front of our eyes. Let's just call it what it is. We know the atrocities, and we could go into full depth if we choose to. I don't know how you want to do about it, but there's a full level of atrocity Saudi Arabia's committed more recently with journalists, taking them out and things like that, and their suppression of speech in their country. Now, the biggest issue for me and other comedians have been the comedians who've chosen to do this. Now, comedians have been paid between $375,000 and over $1.7 million just to perform during the festival. There have been some comedians who have spoken out against this. One in particular is comedian David Cross. David Cross says, in parts, my thoughts on the Riyadh Festival. I've been asked my opinion on the Riyadh Comedy Festival, and rather than answer the same question 23 times, I'll just put this out there. Oh, and I should preface this with the fact that I was not offered the gig, but it should go without saying that there's not enough money for me to help these depraved, awful people put on a quote-unquote fun face on their crimes against humanity. Here goes. What do you think? I am disgusted, deeply disappointed in this whole gross thing. The people I admire with unarguable talent would condone this totalitarian fiefdom for what? A fourth house, a boat, more sneakers? We can never again take serious anything these comedians complain about, unless it is complaining that we don't support enough torture and mass execution of journalists and LGBTQ peace activists here in the States, or that we don't charge enough Americans by flying planes into our building. I mean, that's it. You have a funny bit about how you don't like Yankee Candles or airport lounges. Okay, great. But you're cool with murder and or public caning of women who were raped, and by having the audacity to be raped, we're guilty of quote unquote engaging in adultery. Got any bits on that? These are some of my heroes. Now look, some of you folks don't stand for anything, so you don't have any credibility to lose. But my God, Dave and Louie and Bill and Jim Jeffries, you guys clearly don't give a shit about what the rest of us think. But how can any of us take any of you guys seriously again? All of your bitching about quote-unquote cancel culture and quote-unquote freedom of speech and all of that shit, done. You don't get to talk about it ever again. By now, we've all seen the contract you had to sign. He goes on to say, you're performing for literally the most oppressive regime on earth. They have slaves, for fuck's sake. I still don't understand how being rich can make someone a whore. Poor people desperate to improve their or their family's lives, sure. Still not acceptable, but I can understand the desperation to put food on the table. But this, I mean, it's not like this is some commercial for a wireless service or betting app. This is the true definition of blood money, quote unquote. But you might as well do commercials for Lockheed Martin or Zyklon B. Holy shit. I remember the backlash I got for appearing in Alvin and the Chipmunks. And you would have thought I'd taken money from a bunch of people responsible for funding Al-Qaeda. Unless you open your sets with, quote, this is dedicated to all the widows and widowers and kids and orphaned by this bloodthirsty oppressive regime, especially from the zany shenanigans on 9/11. Never forget, motherfuckers. All right, so it's great to be here. I'm going to be killing it tonight, but in a good way. Straight up, no MBS. Then your hypocrisy will never not be noted. David, For anyone who actually wants to spend their money on something worthwhile, the Human Rights Foundation does amazing work. For more, learn more and donate at hrf.org. Now, Atsuko Odasaka. I love Atsuko to death. Atsuko was one of the comedians who put out that she was offered to perform at the festival. But what she also put out was a part showing the content restrictions that state artists shall not prepare or perform any material that may be considered to degrade, defame, or bring into public dispute, contempt, scandal, embarrassment, or ridicule. A, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, including its leadership, public figures, cultural people. B, the Saudi royal family, legal system, or government. And C, any religion, religious tradition, religious figure, or religious practice.
Okay.
This is
before we get into it, I wanted to. So an article came out in the Hollywood Reporter yesterday of Bill Burr defending it and talking about what went down. So I wanted to read this real quick. So we've got the whole scope of obviously what the comedy festival is, what people like Atsuko and David said. This is what Bill Burr had to say. So he took to his podcast and gave a detailed rundown of experience last week in the Middle East, where he performed at the Riyadh Comedy Festival. Actor comedian described it rather nervously warming up for the event with the set in Bahrain to get a feel for what an audience in the region would find funny and acceptable, and then performing at the Saudi Arabia's festival opening night on Friday. The event, obviously, we talked about who all is involved. Burr painted a portrait of a region where people were, well, just like us, wanting live comedy, wanting to relax and have fun, consuming a surprising amount of Western culture. It was great to experience that part of the world and to be part of the first comedy festival over there in Saudi Arabia, Burr said. The Royals loved the show. Everyone was happy. The people that were doing the festival were thrilled. The comedians that I've been talking to are saying, dude, you can feel the audience wanted it. They wanted to see real stand-up comedy. It was a mind-blowing experience, definitely top 3 experiences I've had. I think it's going to lead to a lot of positive things. Burr said the restrictions on what comedians could say had been softened by the festival after some back and forth. Burr didn't specify with whom. When they first set it up, the rules on what they had about what you could and couldn't say in Saudi Arabia, organizers were told, if you want some good comedians, this isn't going to work. And to their credit, they said, all right, what do we got to do? And they just negotiated all the way down to just a couple of things, which were basically don't make fun of the royals and religion, the speech restrictions. We obviously just talked about Atsuko talking about that. Burr first described going into the island country of Bahrain, which is more socially liberal than Saudi Arabia, where a customs agent immediately clocked his anxiety about doing stand-up in the region and gave him grief about it. When I was landing in Bahrain, like, I'm fucking nervous, right? Then the agent says, you tell jokes about the Middle East, you think you're going to come over here and get beheaded, right? After a successful show there, Burr was at a bar where he was watching interactions among the locals and decided, I'm like, these guys, they're just like us. I don't speak the language, but I get it. When he flew to Saudi Arabia, Burr's nervousness crept back, but he was struck by the amount of local Western influence. You think everybody's going to be screaming death to America and they're going to have like fucking machetes and want to chop my head off, right? Because this is what I've been fed about that part of the world. I thought this place was going to be really tense. And I'm thinking, like, is that a Starbucks next to a Pizza, next to a Burger King, next to a McDonald's? They've got a fucking Chili's over here. Once on stage at the show, he kept pushing his material and crowd banter further and further, including doing a bit about gay men at the gym until he was eventually performing his regular act. I had to stop a couple of times during the show and say, I'll be honest with you guys, I can't fucking believe any of you have any idea who I am. This is really amazing. And it was just this great exchange of energy. They know their reputation, so they were extra friendly. Burr's take on the event comes, this is obviously David Cross, Mark Maron, everybody saying what they said. Gillis obviously turned it down, and he talked about that. MSNBC opinion writer Zeshan Alim accused the performers of participating in comedy washing in an op-ed describing the event as an insidious tool to project a misleading image of the country's incremental efforts to liberalize. This comedy festival functions fundamentally as propaganda, allowing the country to falsely present an image of an open society when, in fact, the government remains hostile to democratic civil liberties tied to freedom of speech and assembly. There's a long history of debate on the issue, et cetera, et cetera. Sting defended. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Before you read that next part,
I saw that myself. Shout out to Kasra, we'll read that in a little bit. And then shout out to Jimmy Nails, who also sent one in. So we are now $80 away from another shot, but we will go ahead and take this third one and then we can.
Yeah, I wanted to break it up because I know it's such a strong subject. And you and I had a nice little discussion about this yesterday.
I did.
So Here's the issue. And first of all, let's do this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
You'll be right. You're at your house. Your show got canceled.
I'm at home. Yeah, I'm at home.
Yep. Excuse me.
Oh fuck. Okay. I haven't done that in a while. Okay. So here's okay. Be a man, ho. Be a man, ho. Here's the thing. Oh fuck. Okay. Okay. Give me some light. Okay, there we go. Here's the thing. While I understand and please, for everyone in the neighborhood, before you start chiming in, and if you want to tear me down, please give me a moment. I'm just asking that. A lot of the comedians scream freedom of speech and freedom of expression, blah, 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 blah. And I agree with that. As a comedian, I want to be able to say what I want to say on stage. But as I told Winston, there is a difference between what you can say here. Your freedom of speech goes, I think a lot of people use freedom of speech for America and sometimes Britain or in some places in the UK. But in the Kingdom of Saudi or any other country in general, when you have, you know how we talk about when people steal shit here, they might get off or get a little bit of time. Where if you steal something in Singapore, you get caned or you be arrested or you lose your hand and things like that. This is the differences and things like that. Now, I do not by any means take away the atrocities in which the Saudi regime currently participates in. But I also have to say this. People are watching fights now. The Crawford-Canelo Alvarez fight was sponsored by the Saudi government. The WWE, TKO, UFC, they're all in bed. The WWE has been going over there for 10 years now. And now they're going to do WrestleMania there. They're going to bring UFC there. And people are still watching. This Riyadh season, I saw comedians post, why is it no comedian who's performing in the Riyadh Comedy Festival posting about them performing? And I believe Bill Burr wouldn't have said something unless an outlet came to him, the Hollywood Reporter, et cetera, to get a comment from him. And I said this, they don't have to post about it because you, the fan, probably in Arkansas, aren't going
to Saudi Arabia.
You aren't going. It's a the Riyadh Festival, Riyadh season is contained to that city. I know, again, people say, well, what about these millionaires who don't need the money? Yeah, there are a lot of millionaires we see, unfortunately, that need the money, that don't need the money to keep doing shit to make money. I told Winston this, and I'll say it to you too. Let them ask me, hey, Jay, we got $375,000. You want to come do some jokes in Saudi Arabia?
Well, okay, without being disrespectful. And my response was, I understand that for you, nigga, because you poor. But someone like a Dave who got all the money he got from Netflix, like a Kevin Hart who is damn near a billionaire because of his production companies and everything else, that to me is like the big difference on something like that. But I want you to finish your thought. I just needed to call that out before you tried to run away with it.
Okay. I would have done. But here's the biggest thing, no matter what, out of all of this, because I can go into this long diatribe in which I've posted and had conversations about, et cetera, et cetera. This is the number one thing I will say. While everyone, no matter how you feel, is entitled to feel how they feel about people, whether you feel disappointed, you feel disgusted, you feel ashamed, or you feel indifferent or whatever. The biggest thing we all need to remember, and this is just a real fact, in 3 to 4 weeks, no one will give a fuck that this even happened. That is the number one thing, and that is a fact. In 3 to 4 weeks, no one will care. No one will care.
I will. The only thing.
This is a big thing to talk about in the moment. Yes, absolutely. Especially, and then people are using the comparison. Well, you perform in America, blah 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 blah. And yeah, we know this country is fucked. But
that was
apple to oranges. Sorry. In 3 to 4 weeks, unfortunately, no one will care. And when I say no one will care, any of those comedians that are performing that still have dates on their books, which they all do, many of those dates are already sold out. Their fan bases don't care.
So here's where
So that is all. So I want to say that to the neighborhood. That is my stance on it.
Right. So I'm going to give mine because I find myself. I'm not saying I'm on the fence about stuff, but I have feelings on both sides of this, and where my mind is at, and it tends to be more on the side of the David Crosses and the Itsukos and all that, of just like, I'm so fucking disappointed in this, but I got a couple of things here, and then Jay, if you're cool with it, you know, our guy in the chair, Matt.
I just said sure. I just
saw
it.
His brother plays overseas in Saudi Arabia, so we'll get to that.
Yeah, I said sure. That's fine.
Great.
Is he gonna put on a real shirt?
So here are my thoughts. On the first half, it is the two things that stick out. The first being obviously all the things that the people in charge in Saudi Arabia, the atrocities, the fact that like the comedy festival, if I'm not mistaken, started on like the 6 or 7 year anniversary of Khashoggi being murdered by the Saudi government, literally a journalist for doing his job and all that kind of shit. All of that is not lost on me.
I think that was coincidental. I do think that was hypothetical. I think that might have been, again, I don't know, and I'm not taking up, but sure. You know how sometimes dates just fall in line. You're like, oh shit.
Right.
This is the day we happen to kill this nigga. You're like, hey, yo. Like,
right. But all that being said, there have been absolutely just heinous, violent, awful fucking atrocities that have come out of that government. So to take their blood money essentially in any form or fashion, because they are on a campaign, because again, like you said, it's not just this comedy festival. They have put their hands in God knows how many different sports type venues. You mentioned the WWE, Live Golf, that came out and essentially absorbed the PGA one way or the other.
Yep.
Throw in the fact that they just made a deal with Jared Kushner to take EA private, which we don't even need to now. We can just kind of bring it up now. They're taking EA private, and now this Saudi group and Jared Kushner are going to be in control of EA Sport or of EA Games, period, and all of that. There is this culture washing, as people are using, because whitewashing is the right term, to try and pretend like, hey, we don't do awful things here. It is what it is. Like, you know, we're like whatever. And I also like understand this idea that, as Bill Burr was trying to say about, hey, the government is fucked up, but like the people here are just people that are also looking for whatever. But it doesn't erase the shit that they've done, and it is clearly the same kind of distraction you see Trump do all the motherfucking time. It's the same thing to be like, we're not bad, we're chill, look at us, whatever. The second thing that bothers me is a lot of these comics that are going, that are at the top of what it is, like you said, they are at the pinnacle of saying no, need to be able to say what's what, etc. And I understand that their rights only extend to America, but they stand for the idea that thoughts and words should be free. So to take money from people that are saying, nah, fuck that, you're not going to say whatever the fuck you want to say and all that kind of shit. And to know that some of the people that are in bed with the Saudis include Jared Kushner, Trump, who got that fucking plane. And I understand that was quote unquote for the government, but all of that. And you had mentioned to me when we were discussing, you were like, well, why do they have to be held to a higher standard than the president? I said last night that they should be held to a higher standard because they are the ones that speak truth to power. They are supposed to be the ones that are the canary in the coal mine to warn us about the fascism and call that shit out. So to take money from people that are doing fascist things in their government is fucking wild to me. Now, here is the only thing where I say about me being slightly on the flip side of stuff right now about all of it, and I think it would hit a little differently depending on where we were in society. Let's not pretend like America doesn't have its hands covered in fucking blood. Let's not pretend that for a second that, especially with what's been going on in Gaza since 23, has not been sponsored by American dollars. Let's not pretend that trans people are being treated as below second and third class citizens and their lives are in danger, that Black people have been second and third class citizens continuously, and it becomes a sport for police to brutalize us and murder us, that you literally watch the government attempt to destroy freedom of speech here via Jimmy Kimmel and all of that kind of stuff that went down with the FCC, etc. So it's one of those things where I still, like I said, a vast majority of my heart is like, nah, what they're doing and accepting this is absolutely wrong. There's the slightest little part of me that still is aware of the fact that it's like there is a weird pot calling the kettle type shit going on when I am watching America dripped out in fascism right now and get worse by the day and literally break up families, ship people off to countries they've never been to a prison where they will probably get murdered and never see freedom ever again. That is what we are doing as a particular country in this particular moment. So that is where I'm split on it. But like I said, I still think what they're doing by accepting this was wrong based off of all of that stuff. So real quick, I both see, obviously my boy Kasser is here, and he's Iranian. And so he's going to talk a little bit about it, but let's get Matt first. What you wanted to say, man, about your brother playing. Let me take this off real quick. Okay.
So just real quick, and
damn, you a grown man with that chest hair, look like an uncle who's been divorced 3 times.
We having a serious conversation, and you doing this right now, nigga.
Sorry. So
I had to keep us real quick before you say the serious point. I just want to say this now because I was waiting on the show. I wanted to fuck with Matt all weekend on purpose because of what happened in our group chat. I was never upset at him. I just knew this nigga was freaking out. I just knew the way this nigga said the wrong there. Yes, I didn't want it to be, but go ahead. You're saying.
No, real quick, I want to preface this. I have one of my just like I view Winston and Jay as older brothers. One of my closest friends, his name is I'm just gonna call him by his nickname here, is Tree. He plays basketball overseas. He's played basketball overseas for the last, I want to say 10 to 12 years. He's played in South America, but primarily in Israel. And before last season, he played in Bahrain, which you guys.
Can one of you niggas get your phone off your microphone?
That was me. I just moved it, motherfucker. It's not my fault someone decided to fucking message me. But no, so when it comes to, at the end of the day, my view on this is people sometimes just have jobs and they got to do what they got to do. He was honest with me. What he got paid in Bahrain was equal to what he had made almost his entire career, and that was for one fucking season. One season. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to performers, at the end of the day, I'd say I try to separate the art from the artists, and I say that because Riyadh just started our own podcast. That's another thing where we intentionally had to separate.
Nigga, get to the point.
I'm getting to it, motherfucker. But it's at the end of the day, these are just people who still have bills to pay and lives they need to fund, and it's similar to what Jay said. Nobody's gonna care, and nobody's gonna really care about this.
Some will
on the line. Some will, but most people.
I don't think someone that has
the vast majority of society, I agree, won't.
Bro, here's the thing. I wrote this down. I'm glad you're here, Matt. Seriously, I wrote this down because I know I might forget because I'm 3 or 4. I don't know. I'm a certain amount of shots in. I wrote, if you're creating a major festival, in another country, you absolutely need the biggest and best names in comedy, and you're going to do whatever you're going to do. Now, I understand in this country, which we're talking about, right? Saudi Arabia in this regime.
Nigga.
I love your child like she mine. I take care of her ass just like her daddy wouldn't do. You don't sit there and respect me just like you would respect that nigga. You like,
bitch, ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
Wow.
That's my daughter just as much as she's his daughter, but he don't fuck around. Who hit you? I paid a light.
On screen. I was going to put that shit on screen because I couldn't even believe it. I was just like, that's too funny. Fuck.
Essentially, yo.
That's the monologue. That's the monologue Matt be giving.
I'm the one that's here for her. Not I'm the one to take her to school. I pick her up. I wash the clothes while you go to work. I'm hurt, but you know what? I don't let that bring me down like that low life you got pregnant by. I love you. So what?
Bro,
Tank top. This tank top put in work.
Matt saw that comment and was like,
first of all, you throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now because I don't understand them, I'm gonna take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth and help me with the sale.
But you know what? Latoya's absolutely right. It is unfortunate. Look, it ties to what you were saying, Matt, and everything everyone's saying. When the job is to perform. The job is to be a comedian, to perform around the world until you retire. And that does not mean, unfortunately, there's no real job for stand-up comedians. I've been blessed with my career for 16 years now. And I've yet to perform overseas, but I've been blessed to perform across this country. Next week, if you're in Bozeman, Montana, I'll be at Last West Comedy. I'm headlining out there. But I know in Montana, crazy, right? But the job description is literally make people laugh, right? If people are paying you, you make them laugh. There, unfortunately, has never been unless these people or unless this person that is a moral choice, that is a not even moral, that is just a personal choice. I know a lot of people will say moral convictions here and there, and I think that's the issue. But Winston, to your point of, people will absolutely think about it. No, they won't. Look at how quick. Yes, I know people will say, well, you can be upset about more than one thing at the same time, which is true. But look at how quick we forget about certain shit that we're supposed to stay upset about. A bunch of comedians. It'll come back up. It'll come back up if one of these comedians that perform for this mentions something about free speech or saying what they want to say or content restrictions. It may come up, but for the most part, it's not going to be a big deal. Like I said, it's not going to end anything. It's not going to stop anything. No, I'm not performing at Yellowstone. I've been out that way, though. And no, I've not been to the DC Improv just yet. But to go to Kazra's point, Kazra has a post to start. If you can highlight that real quick. He said, as an Iranian, I'm particularly disappointed in Maz Jobrani, a fellow Iranian performing in a country that literally describes us as less worthy of living than a rabid dog. And I talked to Maz about this. Maz is like, they are welcome. They've said they're welcoming to me and paying me. And I know how it's like, it's the similar with Maz. It's that to his thought process, from what I've gathered, is they're not viewing me as they supposedly view everyone else, or they're showing me respect and appreciation. That's why they're paying me. And
what bothers me about that is that's that kind of weird, I'm not black, I'm OJ type shit. You know what I'm saying? That it's like, this is what they have literally said about my people continuously.
If you've ever seen Maz perform, and I've been blessed and fortunate to perform with Maz. Matter of fact, I think I performed with this motherfucking Friday, if I'm not mistaken. But I've watched Maz perform. Maz is open about being an Iranian, an Iranian immigrant, a child of Iranian parents. He's from Iran as well, if I'm not mistaken. But he talks about that he's never shied away from it. He loves being Iranian, he loves his Iranian heritage, et cetera, et cetera. And he still draws in, even after this was announced, he still draws in Iranian fans. And again, everyone is not going to feel the same. So this isn't to diminish how Kazra feels at all,
or anybody. Exactly. I hear you, and that's why I said, again, there is a split. I think what bothers me was I don't know the net worth and the success of all of these comedians. Some of them I am very familiar with and what they've been able to pull off and things like that, and some I've heard the names, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
What
I've also brought up. Go ahead. Sorry, my apologies.
I was just gonna say what bothers me is what David Cross said. Which one of you act like a number of the folks on here? It's like, what? So you can buy a fourth house, a boat, some more shoes, nigga. Like shoes, nigga. Like, but also, more shoes.
More shoes. Here's the thing too, and we can get rid of our guy in the chair because I'm tired of looking at this taco meat, and I love you. But but I brought this up to you. Jessica Kirson performed. Iranian. Yes, I know. That's how Maz said it. Iran. Jessica Kirson. She performed in Saudi as the first lesbian female comedian. So when you look at it's so because it's such a double-edged sword, if you will, because it's like, damn, this is so oppressive. But it's that oppressive. They made sure to bring in a lesbian woman, not just a woman, a lesbian woman, an openly lesbian woman to perform. Do you get what I'm saying?
I hear it. Like, look, this is a similar conversation to be had right now about how the World Cup has zero business being in the United States in a couple years. Zero business. When you consider that the way they are treating immigrants and non-citizens of this country, some of the citizens,
crazy.
And like, so again, that's part of where the part of me is just like where I'm just tilting my head in that regard. Again, we are doing some of the worst shit that you could do over here. So there is definitely a level of, again, pot kettle type shit. But at the same time, there's a point at which at some point you just have to draw a line in the sand. You know what I'm saying? There's a point at which at some point you have to be like, you know what? Maybe we need to stop kowtowing to this. And especially, again, I bring it up, like Russell Peters, I know for a fact, if I'm not mistaken, just because of the audience he's built around the world, is the most successful comic ever, right? Just based off of his international crowd.
I believe so, yeah.
Russell don't need that money. You know what I'm saying? That's also true. Just because you shake my hand and smile at me doesn't mean you don't have a knife behind your back. And we've also said something very similar about Lord knows how many times we have worked for studios, producers, whatever the fuck else, in whatever field you're talking about, that sure, they'll give you whatever job, but what are they thinking about? Like, the movie Him is not good, but the kind of messaging of kind of selling your soul for money at the request of the rich and mighty, whether it be white people or the Saudi royal family or whatever, there is something to be like, at what point do you need to take a long, hard look at it? You know what I'm saying? So, hey, anyway, I appreciate the fact that the neighborhood, you know, has been able to have these discussions, and that we can continue to kind of do that stuff. And we may not always be on the same page about stuff like top to bottom, but that we can still hear those arguments and it make you think about it and be like, damn, okay. Glad you can finally admit it wasn't good.
Well, because here's the thing. I think because we all, I know the moral, like I stated earlier, I know the moral implications, especially when a conversation like this, right? I know the moral factor behind it. But I think also, you know, when you bring up, hey, these comedians are successful, but again, you say the comedians, the job. It's like Matt said with pro ball players who play overseas. It's the job. They're the many. I have to look. I feel like I have to look at it differently. Unfortunately, as a comedian, I do have to look at it with different eyes. And there are other. I'm sorry.
One other thing that Cass brought up, there is a rightful global cultural against other types of embargo against Saudi Arabia, against apartheid. There is a gender and religious apartheid in Saudi, and absolutely also by the Islamic Republic. Why are they being globally embraced, but South Africa was shunned? It's a very solid point.
I can't. You may be able to speak to that. I honestly cannot. So I
would argue money. I would because of the vast amount of money that the Saudi royal family is throwing at the whole thing.
No, I figured SA was South. Oh, I thought it was Saudi Arabia, South Africa.
Oh, I thought that was too. So embargo against South Africa against apartheid. I see what you're saying. Sorry, I thought there was.
I didn't know anything about. So I didn't know about that. So I couldn't. Again, I can't speak to that. I don't want to speak to something I'm uninformed about. If you will.
Yeah, no, I feel that. I think at the end of the day, like I said, my overall feelings on it is just. I look to a lot, as David Cross said, these are some of my heroes. These are some of the people that help me form my opinions as far as what it is to stand up for free speech and all that kind of stuff. And the fact that you're willing to, like, there's a reason why the term sellout comes from. That is what a lot of this sort of feels like. You know what I'm saying? Is the idea of selling yourself in the face of, like, in the same way that we got mad at you know, Saquon Barkley for being in Trump's cabinet for the fitness shit, and Snoop for playing at the inauguration, and all that type of shit.
Wait.
Did you not know that Saquon?
I didn't know Saquon. I thought it was Lawrence Taylor. I knew about Triple H and all that shit.
Saquon as well. Yeah, I don't. That's why I don't fuck with that nigga no more.
I did not know Saquon was in it, I'll be honest.
But you see what I'm saying? That's another example. If we're gonna be equally as mad about Saquon being like, yeah, I'm gonna go work for the president and shit, and be like, like, then, you know, what do you mean Saquon was not? He very much was, unless that has changed.
Wait, who said that? Yeah, because I didn't think
Matt
Saquon
is saying he was invited, but he didn't accept. All right, hold on, I'm gonna look this up.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know Saquon was a part of that at all. I was like, I was completely under no, you know. All right, let's do this other story real quick because we gotta. Yeah. We've been over here almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
We're not technically running out of time, but because
we can go as long as we want, sure. But yes.
So I don't know. So we talk about some of everything here, and this is something that affects Winston, myself, any other actors, voiceover actors, and people who watch us, people who are in the industry as well. So this came out of the Zurich Summit. Talent agents are circling AI actress, which is a very loose term, Tilly Norwood, as studios are quietly embracing AI technology. I don't know if you all remember this, but SAG and the WGA, we went on strike because of this shit. I am not supposed to speak disparagingly against the studios because, of course, we want to work there. But I would be remiss if I did say how messed up this is. There are many actors like myself, Winston, and others, man, woman, intergender, intersex, who aren't working, who are struggling, and these agents are looking to sign. Some aren't even signed to sign a rep, and these agents are looking to sign an AI talent. It is insane. You, my brother, took a lot more information because, like, so please, you can. I'll let you take this story.
Yeah. All right. So as far as the AI goes, actor, comedian, sure. Technologist, Elaine Van de Velden launched an AI talent studio, Excolia, and is apparently in talks with a number of talent agents interested in signing its first creation, AI actress, Tilly Norwood. She was quoted in saying, "We were in a lot of boardrooms around February, and everyone was like, no, this is nothing. It's not going to happen. Then by May, people were like, we need to do something with you guys. When we first launched Tilly, people were like, what's that? And now we're going to be announcing which agency is going to be representing her in the next few months." Melissa Beria said, "I hope all actors repped by the agent that does sign this monstrosity drops their ass. How gross, read the room." SAG-AFTRA, the union that represents actors, myself and Jay included, was quoted in saying, "SAG-AFTRA believes creativity is and should remain human-centered. The union is opposed to the replacement of human performers by synthetics. To be clear, Tilly Norwood is not an actor. It's a character generated by a computer program that was trained on the work of countless professional performers without permission or compensation. It has no life experience to draw from, no emotion, and from what we've seen, audiences aren't interested in watching computer-generated content untethered from the human experience. It doesn't solve any problem. It creates the problem of using stolen performances to put actors out of work, jeopardizing performer livelihoods and devaluing human artistry. Additionally, signatory producers should be aware that they may not use synthetic performers without complying with our contractual obligations, which require notice and bargaining whenever a synthetic performer is going to be used." So there was a bunch of other big name actors that also spoke out against this. And again, this, as Jay said, is the literal reason that we were on strike in 2023. There were other things that we were fighting for sure, including getting fair share of residuals from streamers and things like that. But
fair pay in general shit.
Exactly. But the main thing that was being talked about and fought against was this idea of rampantly using AI to essentially erase jobs. Because I want you to think about something. If an AI actress is involved, you're not just potentially say not having, because this bullshit, like this Elaine motherfucker said, I want her to be the next Scarlett Johansson or Natalie Portman. Fuck you, first of all, because they never will be. But let's say that you don't use Scarlett. Instead, you use this Tilly like monstrosity. That means the costume person that was working on Scarlett's outfits no longer has a job because you don't have a human that you're doing it. Mm-hmm. That means the makeup person that was working on and the hair person that was working on Scarlett doesn't have a job as well because you don't have that as far as that goes. If, let's say, the whole cast was made up of AI actors, then you just got rid of craft services and catering because they have nobody to feed at this point because there's nobody there. You're not all the lighting people, all the grips. Why are they there? They don't need to be there. You're not lighting real human beings anymore. Like, all of this shit is literally in a space to erase humans and their jobs. Prove it to me otherwise. Throw in the fact that we are still in a place where AI not only cannot self-generate, it is literally stealing from different things here and there. And I talked about this on the Blerd Breakdown on Monday. You are also dealing with the fact that AI fucking lies. I'm not even just talking about an AI creation of whatever faking an actor one way or the other. My lady's best friend from college is an author. She's written a number of novels. She actually wrote an op-ed or like a Substack post about talking with AI, talking with ChatGPT or whichever service she was using, asking questions about her book and things that are going on in there. And at one point, it's like, oh, you know, one of the major parts in the book is when a character gets essayed, you know, blah, blah, blah in the office. And she's like, when did that happen? They go, it was on this page in this paragraph. It happened here. And that's when she goes, yeah, I am literally the author of this book. That never fucking happened. And then the AI goes, oh, my bad. Yeah, you're right. I was wrong about that. And so she asked again, why would you make that up? And it was just like, well, you know, I was just trying to make sure you had an answer, blah, blah, blah. AI is more in the business of trying to placate and please whoever is asking a query than to actually tell the fucking truth that it doesn't know or that it's different information. Okay? All of that. And it can also be manipulated because we've seen it. Look at Gronk and how it turned Grok, whatever the fuck, the Twitter fucking AI that went full Nazi because the algorithm was then altered by people in Elon's camp and shit like that. We're talking about something that is not regulated. And unfortunately, in that stupid big, beautiful bill bullshit, there's also shit built in about not regulating AI for the next decade, in which case, nothing we can do, but you're literally talking about the idea of erasing human beings. Fuck all that shit. And fuck this woman because she's not a comedian. She's not an actor because if you were, you wouldn't stand for this shit. You were a money-hungry motherfucker. That's my 2 cents on it.
I couldn't say anything any different. I don't know if there's anything else to add because you're right. Everything you said was on point. Like, it's fucking ridiculous.
There's one other thing I forgot that somebody brought up that was a poignant tweet. It's crazy that the first AI actress is essentially a teenage woman that is fully controlled by whoever is like has the reins on her one way or the other. So this other level of just insidious messaging that comes from the idea that it's like presenting like a 19-year-old, 20-year-old like young woman, pretty young woman that they are fully motherfucking controlling. That shit is crazy.
I just don't. I almost want to say I don't get or I don't understand, but I do. Again, where we're in this day and age where cheap is the underlying thing. It's called cost cutting or expense saving or cutting dead weight or blah 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 blah. But acting, TV, and film has been always predicated on people acting, people becoming someone else, something else. You know what that's from. But
I want to correct. I will correct myself. Both Kristen said it, and I went and found the article as well. So Saquon was indeed invited, but him and his team decided to decline to do it. Now he did go and both golf with the president and accept the White House invitation. Whereas I will give Jalen Hurts credit. I don't think he's as good of a quarterback as he's putting out there, but he is a fucking G. That he was like, nah, I got shit to do. I can't go. So I was like, yo, respect for that shit.
Yeah, bro. Jalen Hurts' whole team, wife, agents, and everybody are all black women. They were not letting him go.
They were like, hell
and
no.
He listens to all of them. His entire team is, if I'm not mistaken, all black women. And they are like, nah, you're a pretty boy, you're a light-skinned black dude. You can easily be put in predicaments where shit can mess up everything for you. We're not letting that happen. But when it comes going back to this AI thing, like I said, what the industry was predicated on and what it was founded on, in order to, you can't, no matter how much you write in a prompt to have an AI creation act a certain way, it will never convey that real emotion.
Nope.
And I can say this from personal experience, having to convey real fucking emotion in scenes just for an audition. Not even booking the role. Not even on booking the role for an, and Winston has witnessed this. To have to go to a level that you can only pull from, like I said, from personal experience. Yeah, also a lot of people are really on your ass, bro, about
the sneak diss about Jalen. Look, let me just put it this way. This is the only thing I'm saying. I agree. And Super Bowl MVP quarterback Jalen Hurts, they haven't lost like 16, 17 games in a row. I'll give you credit. But let me genuinely ask Eagles fans right now. I understand that you were excited about the fact that y'all are 4-0, and I give you credit, and you're defending Super Bowl champions. Are you genuinely proud of what you've put out on the field right now? Because this last game, Jalen was 0-8 in the second half. He did not make a single completion in the second half. The game before that, he was negative 18 yards for the first half. And a lot of these games that y'all have won so far were because your special teams did some special shit. So I'm genuinely asking, because there's been a lot of people trying to say that Jalen is the best quarterback in the league, and I think that that's nuts. Are you genuinely okay with what's going on right now? I will.
This a nigga mad at the tush push, y'all. That's a nigga mad at the tush push. Hey, first of all, you loud bitch. Hold on. What you not finna do? Bitch, we want our last two. You suck my dick hole. You not finna make us. You know what? You just because you motherfuckers gotta figure out y'all 19th quarterback in the last calm the fuck down.
So I am not taking away from the fact that y'all are champions. I kissed the ring. I'm not taking away from the fact that you're 4-0. But the same thing that we actually said about the Chiefs, where they were like, yo, these are ugly wins that you're winning by the skin of your teeth, by a donk off of a field goal post and all that. Do you want to go back to the Super Bowl and then have what you just did to the Chiefs happen to you? That is my question. If the point is for the Eagles to become a dynasty, just real talk. This is not a cowboy shit. Real talk. Would you not want him to be playing better? That is my genuine, because it's also affecting Saquon. Saquon hasn't broken 90 yards this year. He is yet to break 90 yards rushing this year. These are just the things that I'm asking a serious question.
So, like, we have a 17-week season, bro.
Oh, I understand that, but this man damn near broke the rushing record last year. What happened? What's going on? This is a real ass question. If they're meant to be the dynasty that they're trying to be, I'm just asking questions. I can't believe I said that, because unfortunately Tucker Carlson fucking ruined that statement, but I'm just asking questions. That's just some real shit, bro. Not even a hater. That's just some real shit.
It sounded like a lot of hate came in that, brother.
Castro said, you guys, this infighting is what the Clankers want.
Yeah, your 41st quarterback, nigga, in 100 games. Sit down, sir. Sit down, sir. Stay out of this. Calm down, okay?
And
Look,
okay,
right now, I
Ashton
will say
JT's
this.
at 302. Sure. I don't know if that's supposed to be a diss or a prop or props to him. But I would also say he's a rookie. He did not almost break the rushing record. It's just weird to me when you have an AJ Brown, a Devontae Smith, and a Saquon Barkley, and they're not putting up numbers because your quarterback is unfortunately not very accurate this year. And this is something, what it feels like, to be honest with you, when Jalen's really balling, there's no fear. He's like, I'm going to go get this. It feels like he's intentionally worried about turning over the ball, so he's not tapping into to help his monstrous godlike weapons on the field go off. And I don't know if that's in his head or if that's the new OC since Kellen Moore is gone holding him back. I don't know what it is. Again, ain't no hate. I promise you, I don't care. I know how dog shit we are. All right, we let Micah go. Dak is playing out of his mind, but that's not gonna be enough. Our defense is like the worst in the league outside the Ravens. I don't.
Hey, can somebody spit on that nigga again? Anyway, that was disrespectful. I'm sorry. I don't know where it came.
That was extremely disrespectful. And then Dak proceeded to play out his motherfucking mind. It's almost like that set the tone for the season. He said, "Fine, nigga," and then he's been balling.
That's how you feel about me, you bitch ass nigga. All right, real quick.
Jalen is not top 5. He's top. He's top. I'll give him. I think he's number 7. I think he's number 7. But like,
you are saying that first of all, you will not treat Jalen Hurts like he's Eli Manning in this bitch. I won't let you do this.
I didn't say that.
I won't let you treat Jalen Hurts like he's Joe Flacco, saying he's 7 and he's not a top 5 in this league. Don't do that,
not right
fam.
now. Not right now. I don't think he is right now. No. I genuinely don't.
Streamlabs.com/Blerds in the Hood /tip, y'all. Streamlabs.com. I'm gonna read some of these Streamlabs we got because this nigga's reckless. I'm gonna read the Streamlabs we got from Earl. Woo, this motherfucker is crazy.
Give me my mic. Hold on. Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Let's see. Jared Goff, Matthew Stafford, Justin Herbert, Jordan Love. Currently,
you would put Justin Herbert before.
Yes. Have you seen his numbers?
So, like I said, shout out.
If you're talking career, yes, just by accomplishments. But I'm gonna take. I didn't even get to Lamar. I forgot about Lamar because this nigga has gotten done fucked up his hamstring. Like there's just.
I know the niggas on my fantasy team, and I had to cry real quick.
I'll give him number 7, but it's the Eagles are winning. Jalen isn't blowing my mind. The Eagles are winning, but.
Hey, this is the realest one right here. Hey, it be your old people that tell you that.
Wow. And also, again, what's the question that we're talking about? I said right now.
He's still a top.
No, I'm talking about right now. You're actually telling me that Jalen Hurts is playing as a top 5 quarterback right now. You honestly,
you're saying Justin Herbert is playing as a top 5.
I'm sorry. Jalen Hurts. Dude, we took 3 shots. Just give me a fucking break. You're telling me that Jalen Hurts is playing as a top 5 quarterback right now. I want you to be 100% honest. I want you to look at the numbers. I want you to look at the actual eye test with the way he's playing. You are being honest, and that you think that Jalen Hurts right now is playing as a top 5 quarterback. That's insane. That is insane. Not only is he 27th for yards right now, all right? Like, what? As far as touchdowns, he's 17th. Okay, he is. I will give him credit for not turning over the ball. And then I will, and then at QBR, if that's what you want to use in that regard, so that's overall, he's 9th.
Not gonna show it.
Huh?
I know QBR is not gonna show it.
But I'm saying QBR, he's at 9th right now.
Yeah, I see.
So I'm not saying that if you're talking about in the league as a whole and you're including the last few years, I would give you that he's top 4. I would say he's in the top 4. I will honestly give you that. I'm talking about right now, period. He outplayed Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl twice, okay? I give the motherfucker credit, but like... Man, the Clankers don't need no Arnold Terminator. They got American culture. Shaking my damn head.
Let me read these Streamlabs real quick before you go back on your thing. Again, thank you to everybody who's donating. Streamlabs.com/Blerds/tip. Streamlabs.com/Blerds/tip. Again, Villa Wolf, who we said again, we'll say much love to you guys. We appreciate you. Kazan said, fuck your bear. Huh?
I didn't read Fredtastics earlier.
Did you read Jimmy Nails? No, you didn't read. You acknowledged them, but you didn't read them.
Right, I didn't read them exactly.
That's what I'm doing.
You missed Fredtastic. He was the first one.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Because I see two of them. That's what you meant. Okay. So stop. Hey, Fredtastic with two of them says, "Hey, Blerds, show support for my dudes. I have a Marvel question. Is the MCU ready to introduce the mutants, or is there still a step needed? I think Secret Wars is they've been introduced already. Mutants are in the world. I think people need to stop rushing about the X-Men. Mutants exist. We know mutants are there. People are just waiting. It's the X-Men, and people got to wait for that because that's a big ass group. Unless they're just going to come in from another world, and we have a collision of worlds, et cetera, et cetera. So,
yeah, I think they need like a more general intro, and obviously that's what we're going to get in Doomsday and Secret Wars for sure. What I'm worried about is that Marvel being so desperate right now that it almost comes out as like a forced move, even though it is more than time enough to have the mutants be out there, that we don't get the X-Men that we deserve. I'm genuinely a little concerned right now, but I will say,
oh, Next Saga is the mutant saga. You sound like all these people. God.
No. I know it is. I'm not worried. You didn't hear what I said. I
heard what I'm just saying. It's like you sound. I hear what I'm saying is you sound like so many of the comments I've heard before
about worrying that Marvel's going to fuck it up.
Yeah.
I mean, look, the last two movies, in my opinion, I thought both Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four were great. I thought they were well done. It's not the greatest thing I've ever seen, but they were very good. So I do have at least confidence that things are moving in the right direction. But I think just because we've been on a roller coaster ride with the MCU since the pandemic, I am certainly nervous. That is what I am worried about. But it is more than enough time that we need to start putting mutants into this period.
And I'll go to the second one. Fred sent this as well. Earl said, "Hey guys, the AI question coming on." I'm making sure I see this. Hey guys, the AI question coming on movies is this. That's what that thing says. I didn't read this wrong. How much leeway are the studios going to be willing to give to an AI actor versus the cost of an actual actor? There will be a number. I agree. I think the number is going to be based on whatever they spend to completely try to make sure this AI actor has a full emotional range. And that film has to come out in theaters. Because I don't think, and the reason I say that is, you can put it on streaming, and I don't think they'll look at the streaming numbers as much as they would if it doesn't break even in a box office. Yeah. It has to come out in theaters. And it has, because I've been one that's openly been like, yes, please release an AI film in theaters and let that bitch bomb.
Yep.
It has to come out in theaters and it has to bomb, because if it bombs, then that'll show the studios, oh shit, people don't want this.
Right. 1000%.
You know, it'll lay it out that way. Like I said, Wolf said, much love, you guys. Thank you. Kazan said, fuck your bears. I choose violence. You go to hell, sir. Jimmy Nails, the queen is dead. Long live the queen. Rest in power to Assata Shakur. Yes. That was one of the most beautiful things I saw about the Assata Shakur passing. So for those who don't know, she is the mother of Tupac Shakur. She was a Black Panther and a revolutionary, and she lived in Cuba, and she passed away. Now, one of the best things I saw was, I'm glad to know that she passed away and life, her life expired, and no one was able to collect the bounty that was still on her head when she was living. There was still a bounty on her head till the day that she died. And then you had Captain Cocaine, head of the FBI, going, "Why people that you murdered Assata Shakur? You should be talking about Charlie Kirk." And I was like, go do another line and cry in the corner. So yeah. Streamlabs.com/Blerds N The Hood /tip. Thank you for all of that. Did you guys, or the guy in the chair said, you guys see the totally AI film being made in Italy? Have not heard about it at all.
Nope. I don't even know if I want to know. Fuck all that shit, bro.
So here's what I want. Okay, so we've gone there.
I'm gonna give you some options. You in the neighborhood here. So I've got 4 stories. We're gonna do 2 from Reddit and shit. 4 Am I the Asshole?
We also doing it in the Napheesa Collier. We got to do that before because
we got to do fee. We got to do fee as well. Do we want to do fee first and then this, or you know what I can do? Let me ask the question of which ones you want, and I'm gonna put a poll in the top 2 choices. Those will be the stories that we read. How about that?
From the Reddit ones?
Yeah, and so I'll put this up. We'll make a poll. Yeah, and then we'll go to fee. So here are the 4 options, and then I'll put the poll up, y'all, and y'all can vote. Do you want, am I the asshole for asking my friend to stop requesting free massages at my home studio? That's option A. Option B, am I the asshole for refusing to pay to fix my side chick's car?
Hey, yo, fuck all the vote. Choose that one, nigga.
Am I the asshole for not honoring my wife's dying wish?
Fuck that bitch. Go back to the side chick.
Or D, am I the asshole for refusing to talk to a woman and hearing her out after she openly insulted me? I figure you might like that one because that's all about petty shit. So I'm gonna put in a poll right now. Y'all can tell me what you want to do.
Petty side bitch. Petty and side bitch.
All right, go ahead and introduce the story about fee, man.
All right, so let me. Okay, I'm on 2 different computers. Huh?
I said polls coming in a minute for those that are asking.
Okay. Is it right? So Napheesa Collier, she was doing a post-game press conference after the Minnesota Lynx loss in the WNBA playoffs, and everybody thought she was going to speak on losing the game and things like that. But she decided she had another thing she wanted to say. Now I broke this into 2 parts, so here's the first 2 minutes of what she had to say.
Where he has to balance 100 different things at once. I won't pretend the job is easy, but even with all. Thank you all for your time today. I have prepared a statement that I would like to make before taking any questions. All right. So first of all, I'd like to congratulate the Mercury for advancing to the finals. And I want to be clear, this conversation is not about winning or losing. It's about something much bigger. The real threat to our league isn't money, it isn't ratings, or even missed calls, or even physical play. It's the lack of accountability from the league office. Since I've been in the league, you've heard the constant concerns about officiating, and it has now reached levels of inconsistency that plague our sport and undermine the integrity in which it operates. Whether the league cares about the health of the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage. Year after year, the only thing that remains consistent is the lack of accountability from our leaders. Sorry, I had to walk here in my boot. I'm kind of out of breath. The league has a buzzword that they've rolled out as talking points for the CBA as to why they can't pay the players what we're worth. That word is sustainability. But what's truly unsustainable is keeping a good product on the floor while allowing officials to lose control of games. Fans see it every night. Coaches, both winning and losing, point it out every night in pregame and postgame media. Yet leadership just issues fines and looks the other way. They ignore the issues that everyone inside the game is begging to be fixed. That is negligence. At Unrivaled this past February, I sat across from Kathy and asked how she planned to address the officiating issues in our league. Her response was, well, only the losers complain about the refs. I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And in that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. That's a mentality driving our league from the top. We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't value us. The league believes it succeeds despite its players, not because of them. I have the privilege of watching my husband run a league.
So that was part 1 of what she said. Now, you think that would have ended everything? That did not. Yeah, I saw that text. I don't want to talk about it, Matt, because we know it's stupid. the government is shut. Let me just say this real quick. The government shut down, and because the party that controls the federal executive, the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch is blaming the party that has absolutely no control for shutting down the government. Yeah, that makes sense, don't it? Anyway, just want to get that out. Now, if you thought that was somehow she felt, here's part 2 for what she was saying.
Where he has to balance 100 different things at once. I won't pretend the job is easy, but even with all of that on his plate, he always takes the time to reach out to players when he sees an injury, whether it's unrivaled or even during the WNBA season. That is what leadership looks like. It's the human element. It's basic integrity, and it's the bare minimum any leader should embody. This year alone, I've gotten calls, texts, and well wishes from so many players across the league. Those moments remind me that sometimes there are things bigger than the results than this game we play. But do you know who I haven't heard from? Kathy. Not one call, not one text. Instead, the only outreach has come from her number 2 telling my agent that she doesn't believe physical play is contributing to injuries. That is infuriating. And it's the perfect example of the tone-deaf, dismissive approach that our leaders always seem to take. I've finally grown tired. For too long, I have tried to have these conversations in private, but it's clear there is no intention of accepting there's a problem. The league has made it clear it isn't about innovation, it isn't about collaboration, it's about control and power. I've earned this platform and I've paid the price to get here, and now I have a responsibility to speak on behalf of the fans and everyone in this league that deserves better. Our leadership's answer to being held accountable is to suppress everyone's voices by handing out fines. I'm not concerned about a fine. I'm concerned about the future of our sport. At some point, everyone deserves to hear the truth from someone who I hope has earned the benefit of the doubt to fight for what is right and fair for our athletes and our fans. We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. If I didn't know exactly what the job entailed, maybe I wouldn't feel this way. But unfortunately for them, I do. We serve a league that has shown they think championship coaches and Hall of Fame players are dispensable, and that's fine. It's professional sports. But I will not stand quietly by and allow different standards to be applied at the league level. Thank you.
Tell us how you really feel, Mama.
Hey, I wanted to go ahead and share some of the best tweets I saw about this, man. Let me pop over real quick. Here we go. You got oh, it didn't go. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on.
Hey, if you still watching us on the East Coast right now, if you stayed up with us so far since we've been on, man, we appreciate the hell out of it.
Absolutely. Someone said the most important speeches in world history. I Have a Dream by Martin Luther King, 1963. Socrates' Apology, 399 BC. We Shall Fight on the Beaches by Winston Churchill, 1940. The Gettysburg Address, Abraham Lincoln, 1863. And Napheesa Collier, Exit Interview, 2025, bro. It's like real shit.
Because what you gonna do? Oh, you gonna find me? Bitch, you can't.
Right?
Because if you find me, you prove my point.
Exactly. You had this tweet, someone calling out Kathy. Kathy, after increasing the number of games, watching injuries increase by 33%, refusing to expand rosters, refusing to increase pay for her players, refusing to fix the ref issue, and calling her players losers for complaining. On some bullshit. And this was the last one that got me. Someone said that Fee essentially woke up and said,
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have a question. Can we say something real quick?
Yeah, what's up?
I understand what you're trying to do. I respect what you're trying to do.
You talking to me?
But every clip you've played like this today has been like something played of a first generation Android phone. Not even an Android.
Nigga, you've been in 240p the entire show.
I have not.
Yes, you have. Ask the neighborhood, my nigga. 240p.
Hey, we're almost 80. Here's the thing. I don't think we would have had this problem. I've been using, so listen, I've been grateful to have been a recipient of a spare computer, which sounds so wild to say, that gets really hot in here. And, you know, Jay been glitching. You know what? Can we move on to the bigger? Hey man, I don't need the neighborhood response. You know what? I'm gonna stop talking.
That's fine. The long story short is Fee's 1,000% right. Pretty much everybody has backed her. Paige backed her. Angel Reese backed her. NECA backed her.
What Angel Reese said. Angel Reese is posted 10 out of 10. No notes.
10 out of 10. No notes. De'Erica, Hamby backed her. Everybody backed her. The only thing that I will say that is very interesting. In Collier's remarks, she alleged that Engelberts told her that Caitlin Clark should be grateful she makes $16 million off court because without the platform the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. And apparently, Caitlin Clark said no comment. So everybody else in the league being like, yo, that's my rep. Fee got there. Absolutely. Caitlin decided to say no comment.
Caitlin was like, hey, listen, I'm going to be lock in step. I'm going to be lock in step. I'm going to make sure that I keep this platform. Y'all are not going to fuck up my bag. That's what she was saying. You're not going to fuck up my bag.
I don't, but see, that's the whole thing. This wasn't even about race. This is just about, yo, commissioner trash.
Bro, see, here's the thing, my brother. I'm not sure you're aware of this, but in certain instances where it seems like race would play a factor, it doesn't need to play a factor when it's inherently there, when it's ingrained, right? When you fall in line automatically, you fall in line. So it's like, you don't have to say, oh, well, Kathy's a white woman, Caitlin's a white woman, Napheesa's a black woman. Because again, around the league, all the women of different races and everything have all been like, got this.
Well, what makes me laugh on top of that is the fact that the only person from the Fever that really spoke up in this regard was Caitlin's apparently new bestie, MAGA Barbie, Miss Sophie Cunningham. She was on Instagram saying, people only know Kathy because of Caitlin. She's the most delusional leader our league has ever seen, and it shouldn't ever be about our commissioner in the first place. So, I don't know.
Here's the issue. I think now, this is with sports in general. We have come to learn the commissioners way too much. We know Adam Silver. We know Roger Goodell. We now know Kathy. We know Dana White. You know, he's the president of the UFC, but he's still like the commissioner. You know, these people used to be behind the scenes and you never saw them. But at some point, we made them these figures, these public figures, just as much as the players. And because of that, this is why we see them. I don't give a fuck. Look, I'll be honest. I don't think we should give a shit about any commissioner. This being
like
NBA, NFL, any
sport. First one that I feel like we really gave a shit about was like David Stern.
Yeah, we started seeing David Stern a lot, like because he was, and it's because Stern was always there, right? Every time you needed a big moment to happen, a big moment was happening within the NBA, Stern was there. But that became a thing. And then when Stern retired and it passed down Adam Silver, you know, everyone kept asking Silver, what was he going to do different than the league? How was he going to change things, improve things, et cetera, et cetera. And so that kept on it. And then you started having interviewers and journalists consistently asking the players, what do you say to Commissioner Stern? What do you say to Commissioner Stern? And then go back to Commissioner Stern. Well, this big name player said this. What do you think about that? And so we go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Like every now and then we see the MLB commissioner. Every now and then. I can't even remember who it is right now. But we shouldn't care about the committee. It's not about the commissioners. The league is about the players and the coaches.
Right.
Wait, Pete Rose is the current MLB commissioner?
I don't think so. I don't think he is. That doesn't sound right, but I could be wrong.
Oh no! I'm reading Fantastic's comments. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Saying, yeah, he's okay. I'm reading his comments. Okay, sorry about that. But yeah, I don't. It's like we're not supposed to really care about them. I mean, yeah, you needed. Yeah, Jeremy Miller's correct. Silver came in right with the Donald Sterling situation, and you needed something to try to shift the perspective. It's like, yo, we've had our owners are racist, and it's like, yeah, I could see that. I mean, look, the owner of the Atlanta Dream is a racist, and she runs a black WNBA team, and she ran a black WNBA team in Atlanta, and so you had all those things happening. Yo, that's hilarious.
Damn, all up in the videos. All up in the videos.
Yes, Rob Mansfield. That's exactly his name. Yes, that's the MLB commissioner. But yeah, these commissioners are now they're all up in the videos and shit. It was like, again, the WNBA All-Star Weekend last year, or was it this year, was one of the highest rated and highest viewed things for most sports because, again, the stud buds and everything that was going on around it. And then you had to make sure that all of a sudden Kathy found her way in the videos and the parties and stuff like that. Like, here go the commish, here go the commish. You didn't know who she was.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
All right. I want to hear say, am I an asshole?
So the poll is in by a very large margin, by over 50%. At 53%, we will be reading I refuse to fix my side chick's car. Am I the asshole?
Yes!
And at number 2, we will be reading Petty Resistance, aka Am I the Asshole for refusing to talk to a woman and hearing her out after she openly insulted me. So we're gonna do that one first. Since y'all really want to hear the side chick story, we'll save the best for last. So here's the first one. So Jay, go ahead and get ready. All right. Am I the asshole for refusing to talk to a woman and hearing her out after she openly insulted me? I, female, 42 years old, had met up with some friends at our neighborhood bar and grill to watch our home team play football. We had a big group at our table, and I pretty much personally knew everyone who was sitting with us, and the people I didn't know were friends with somebody who I was friends with. So the vibe is friendly and easygoing, and everyone's getting along. There were 2 probably under 50 in age women sitting across the table from me, about 3 chairs down. I had noticed them looking at me in my peripheral vision a couple of times and could pick up that I was a topic of their conversation. They weren't giving the mean girl vibe with dirty looks or gossiping, but it definitely felt like I was a topic of their conversation. I would smile at them whenever we made eye contact, but we had not been formally introduced. As I said before, I was longtime friends with most of the people at our table, so I was conversing with everyone on commercial breaks, but as soon as the game was back on, I went back to my chair into do not disturb mode. I don't play when it comes to watching my football team play. I hear my name again being said in conversation, but I don't really pay attention to it while the game is on. A couple of minutes later, I hear my name being called out. A confused look comes over my face, and I glance over in the direction it's come from, and the 2 women I had mentioned earlier are staring straight at me, but not saying anything. I turn my focus back to the game, and a couple of minutes later, my friend who was sitting next to me gets my attention and points to the 2 women. Keep in mind, I have never met this woman, and I don't know her name. We make eye contact after she loudly called my name out, and then she loudly asked me from across the table, have you tried Ozempic? For context, for those that don't know, Ozempic is marketed as a weight loss drug. This woman, who I had never met before in my life, is loudly asking me in front of a table full of people if I've tried using this product to help me lose weight. She's basically insinuating that I'm overweight and giving unsolicited advice. When she asked me, I was stunned for about 2 seconds. Then I responded by saying, have you tried minding your own motherfucking business, bitch? Her mouth dropped open and she looked shocked and sort of confused. Some people at the table started laughing, and her look of confusion turned into looks of embarrassment as people started giving the damn, you just got served, ho, looks at her. I went back to watching the game and basically acted like nothing happened. About an hour after the game ended, we had dispersed from the table and were scattered around the place. I was recapping the game with 2 male friends, and she approached me and asked if we could talk. I looked over at her for 1 second, then just said no. And then I went back to my conversation. She stood there for a couple seconds, then walked off. One of the guys I was talking with found this interaction hilarious. He was roaring with laughter and banging the table and acting really obnoxious. I quit talking and just got quiet because it was obvious he was making a big show of laughing to be disrespectful. The women I had just told no. He was still laughing as he came up to me and began hugging me and put his arm around my shoulder and held his other hand to his heart and bent backwards from laughing so hard. I excused myself and went to the bathroom. I was looking in the mirror and brushing my hair when I heard the door open and the same lady came in and again approached me to talk. She started saying she was only trying to help, and I turned and put my hand up to cut her off and shook my head no. She then loudly said, "Would you just hear me out?" To which I promptly replied, "No." She had a shocked look on her face, and I had a look of, You just don't get it. I told her I don't want to hear her explanation. I'm not going to give any sort of attention to any of her reasons for trying to justify what she said. I walked out, went to find some friends, and enjoyed the rest of my night. I got a lot of good for yous, and I also received a lot of she didn't mean anything by it. You could have handled it differently. So, am I the asshole?
Hell no.
Hell no.
She
And I'll
didn't mean
tell you,
that.
I'm going to tell you, without knowing a single description about anything, I guarantee you, the woman that said that Ozempic shit was white.
And the woman that got
said
response
shit
was black.
I
Was
guarantee you, bro.
Have you tried minding your motherfucking business? That is a black. If she wasn't black, she was Latina.
Exactly.
It was either one or two.
The only reason I think she's black is because she didn't say puta in there. I feel like some Spanish cuss word would have popped in there if she was Latina. I feel like
depend on the hood Latina.
Now,
that for
Jay,
sure was a white woman that asked it. Because
Jay.
I'm gonna tell you why. The gall of the white woman to go, I'm just trying to give you advice. That's how you knew that was a white woman even more.
Nigga, I didn't ask for your advice. I'm watching football. What are you running your mouth about?
Have you tried Ozempic just randomly?
Jay, but I got something for you, bro. There's an update. All right, here we go. Update. I found out later that the man who would put his arm around me and was laughing really obnoxiously was her husband. I have known him for about 5 years and had no idea he was married because honestly, he doesn't act married. We play in a volleyball league that has a beach style setup. So it's outdoor co-ed locker rooms with open face showers. And he has a habit of hanging out in the shower area when groups of women are using the facilities. After discussing what happened with my teammates, they think she may have asked because she was upset about her husband talking to me. It all comes out, bro. Oh, shit, fam. That's exactly why. That is a jealous motherfucking wife trying to be petty, and she just got embarrassed. Whoo, shit, bro. That is fan. You just no words for Jay. Jay is just. Oh shit, bro. Bro, all I know is the woman that said the Ozempic shit was trying to be like this.
We're totally insane.
They pushed me out and paced me.
I just want my baby.
Bro, the only thing that makes me laugh about this harder is the fact that this is not the first time that I have seen a scenario where someone thought that they would speak out of pocket on some shit because they thought their man was stepping out. And in this case, I guess this is her husband. The man was stepping out and then they just got immediately embarrassed. I will never forget there was a point at which my sister was talking way before she met her husband. She was just randomly talking to some dude, kind of flirting with him or whatever. And this woman that had been his essentially like fuck buddy for years, but he had never claimed her as a girlfriend ever, came over trying to be like, don't you think it's, to me, it was like, don't you think it's kind of crazy that your sister's out here like home wrecking and talking to other people's men? I was like, don't you think it's kind of crazy that this man hasn't claimed you for 5 fucking years and you thought you would come over here and talk to me about my sister and I would take your side? Bitch, you should probably go talk to your man. And she goes, and walks the fuck off immediately. Some people have the audacity and, you know, some people have the time. So it is what it is.
Oh my Lord,
Oh man.
oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! No! That is not happening right now! No!
Look, man, I already said this shit. You know I don't like fighting for any reason, physically or verbally, but if you come from my family especially, you think I'm a holdback? Fuck no. But here it is. This is the story y'all voted on. This is the story Jay immediately was screaming about. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay to fix my side chick's car? So my side chick and I were going on a trip to a resort in another city. I wonder why. About a 3-hour drive. Every
Oh,
time
the 3-hour tour.
A 3-hour tour. Every time we go somewhere, she insists we take her car instead of mine. She says it is because she does not want people recognizing my car. But honestly, I think it's just because she wants to show off her Maserati. It's not even about convenience. That car is just for show, while I have a Chevy Cruze that actually gets the job done. And besides, a Maserati stands out more. We stopped at a rest stop about halfway. She said she wanted to fix her makeup before setting off again, and I told her I could drive while she did that so we would not be late. She agreed, although clearly reluctant. As I was pulling out of the lot, the car was at a weird angle near a speed bump. I pressed the gas a little to get it moving, but it lunged forward way harder than it should have and scraped the front against a wall. The damage is basically some paint and a headlight, but she went off on me. I braked right away, but the response was slow, which tells me the car is not maintained properly. Now she is demanding that I pay. I do not think I should because she was the one who forced us to take her Maserati when I had my Cruze ready to go. Plus, I was doing her a favor while driving while she fixed her makeup. And honestly, I'm convinced something was faulty. A decent sports car that is well looked after should not jump forward like that. She says I'm being selfish and dodging responsibility and is upset at me for that. I say she brought it on herself by always insisting on using her flashy car that is just for show and not maintaining it. She makes a lot more than I do, owns 3 cars and has a nice apartment and has insurance, but could easily pay out of pocket for something so minor. So, am I the asshole?
I'm so disappointed in this story.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be something more, to be honest with you. But, I mean, there's an immediate answer to this.
First of all, your side bitch wanted to drive her car. It wasn't because of her car being a Maserati. Your side bitch wanted to drive her car so you can't leave her ass nowhere. You can't leave it. Let's be real. Let's be real. If you drive your car and your side bitch start talking shit, keep talking shit. How you getting home? You ain't gonna leave me. And now you gone. You know what I'm saying? But also, you drove the car, bro. Like, you drove the car, man.
On just the fundamental level of you're driving the car, that's on you. You need to pay for it. You're the asshole, absolutely. But let me tell you this. Nigga, you have a side bitch. You're already the asshole. What are you? Go home to your wife, nigga. You don't want nothing to do with that, huh? Like literally, bro. Like,
who are these niggas?
Like, real talk. Apologize to your side bitch.
Apologize to the hoe.
Like, just
nope. I know what I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna fuck my whole self and let this nigga have a whole solo screen himself. I'm not gonna say shit.
Yeah, oh, so you approve of side bitches?
Huh? Nope. You know what? Oh my god. Nope. Don't want to. You already take that stuff right there. Nope. Don't want to.
I think the immediate answer is you are the asshole because you have a side bitch. I don't.
He. Sir, hold on.
What do you mean he? Unless if he had said I'm in an open relationship and this
First
is
of all,
my
let's go back to this side. I do not have any side chicks or side bitches, side hoes, side acquaintances, side pieces, side nieces. None of those.
You said side nieces? Oh my god!
I don't believe in side pieces. Here's why.
Oh, now you can't speak.
Never let this nigga do part of this shit.
Yo, Jake. Oh, when Winston said side chick, I was like, Kristen will murder you. And Kristen goes, correct, Jake. Like, absolutely.
Right. I don't believe in side. I don't believe in side.
Jay's on the host epic. Come on, bro. That's foul. Not the whole Sempic, bro.
Hey, I don't believe in side pieces at all. I don't believe in side chicks. I don't believe in nothing like that, man. I feel like you should be a one-woman man. I feel like unless you are going to be in an established polyamorous relationship where all the people involved are understanding of your situation, then you don't have side pieces. You have an understanding where you potentially have a polycule. And then you have partners. Now, each partner, there's a main partner, there's an additional partner, and people understand those things. I myself do not participate in any of those things. I'm a Christian. Now, in order to have a side chick or a side piece, as anyone would say, you know, to have any of those, you would need to have a main chick. I don't have that. So therefore, the potential of a side chick. Yo, I'm gonna need the neighborhood to stop talking.
Oh, now you can't speak.
The potential of a side chick would only be present after that of a main chick, and that does not exist right now.
We're losing the recipe.
Okay, so listen. I am focused on my career and my relationship with God, which is very true. And I'm also making sure that I'm a good, wholesome person for the next woman who comes into my life to make sure she is the one for me. Okay. Now, should I meet that woman? Stop laughing.
Who don't got no bitch?
Hold on. Should I meet that woman? Should I meet that woman who wants to be involved in my life? She may say, hey, how do you feel about being polyamorous? And I would have to say, hey, let me reflect on verses in the Bible with that. That go with that.
Jay is out here talking about I got no side chicks that you talking about.
Please believe me. Please believe me.
Look, y'all are not gonna make me see.
Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. What is your dumb ass say it?
I have to understand, I'm Jay Washington, which means I am an established comedian, actor, internet personality, host, etc., etc. And people expect me to be part of these lascivious acts, and I am not that person. I am a great role model to the youth. I am a great
nigga. What is you talking about?
I mean,
I'm a great role model to the youth. I'm a great role model to men who want to be better men to their wives and partners. I tell people how, look, this is what true love can be.
Stop it. Get some help.
Jay, you found this.
I'm a hoe, can't hold it back anymore.
That was the old me. The old me back in the day.
I've got hoes in different area codes. Area codes.
Now, that song be a catchy tune. Song was a great tune. I do not have hoes in different area codes. I have friends who live all over the world. And shit. I ain't got no side bitches though. I just want to say that for the record. I ain't got no side bitches.
Who don't got no bitch?
With that, y'all already know what time it is, man. Why is it not in here? Are
It's
you
an extra.
fucking? Are you fucking
And
kidding?
now, an ode to Karens, brought to you by Blerds N The Hood. Now, before we go into this dedication, you must be asking yourself, well, what is a Karen and what does it mean? Well, Karen is a mocking slang term for an entitled, obnoxious, middle-aged white woman, especially as featured in memes. Karen is generally stereotyped as having a blonde bob haircut, asking to speak to retail and restaurant managers to voice complaints or make demands, and being a nagging, often divorced mother from Generation X. Karens most notably have been known now to call the police on black people when they're just doing this thing called living. You know, something that God allowed them to do. This includes Barbecue Becky, Permit Patty, Sleepin' Sarah, and a host of others. And typically Karens feel that because they are white women, they are entitled to do whatever they want and make life choices based on their insecurities as well as fears. Well, here are a few moments of wild Karens caught in their natural habitat.
That's bullshit.
There was Brenda, Letitia, Felicia, Dawn, LaShawn, Andres, and Alicia.
Teresa, Monica, Sharon, Nikki, Lisa, Veronica, Karen, Nikki,
Cookie. Oh, I met her at the ice cream parlor.
Hold on,
Tanya.
wait. You said it wasn't working? If it's not working, you can do the Cash App or Venmo. Let me double check real quick to see absent. Hold on real quick. Because I mean, these niggas are sitting here lying on me, making me seem like I'm a whore. And I am not. I'm a good Christian man. Wholesome Christian man.
Oh, man. That was...
So Streamlabs isn't working. You can send it to Cash App or Venmo. We will read it real quick because fucking, I don't believe this shit.
I'm trying to think how far away we are. Let me do this math real quick.
Okay, so we got that. I sent you half of that earlier. I think.
Okay, so it looks like we are 80. Unless something's come in.
Jay, how long is your contact?
Whoa.
What?
What?
Nigga, what? What just came in?
Just relax, nigga. Shout out to Jermaine Smith. I did not see this earlier because I always check it before we go. At about 7:37, when we originally said we were 80 away, this nigga said just 80 away. You said niggas. So yeah.
Come on, man. So absent guy just asked how much for a shot. So
right now it would be another hundo. Right now, 100 is a shot because I missed this one that had been sitting here. So I apologize. Thank you, Jermaine Smith. A hundo will get us another one after this. You'll be fine, nigga. Go to sleep. Drink some water.
I'm gonna take my shirt off, and it's gonna be a different show.
Then it'd be an after dark. We've gone long enough.
This went from Blerds in the Hood to after dark, bitch.
Ooh, I'm so glad I directed today and not tomorrow like they originally had me doing. Oh my God. So yes, you can try again. Streamlabs. Oh, it's either of our handles. So you can either do at the Swaggy Blerd or at Mr. Jay Washington. That's right. Your thing is it's in the description. If you go in the description of the stream, all of that info is right there.
You can make it.
So feel free. Feel free.
I want to go. Hey man, I want to go to Halloween Horror Nights, bro.
So go.
I'm trying to figure out how to get. I
can ask my homie who works at Universal, but you know I don't fuck with horror shit. I ain't doing that.
That's why we need to go.
Oh, you're talking about us going? All right, I'll tell you this.
We need to go.
I don't want to.
Shut up. Shut up, beautiful. You beautiful light-skinned black man. We need to go so we can record your reaction screaming like a bitch through the whole thing.
I'll tell you this. I'm not gonna do it tonight. We're gonna have to start completely over. If next Wednesday, what is my dignity worth?
Nigga.
All right, look, I got it. Because we split everything, right? Nigga, if we find a way for me to pay rent next show, so that's I'll give you to the end of the month. If we hit $2,600, not including today don't count, but you got the 8th, the 15th, the 22nd, and the 29th. If we hit $2,600, because my rent's about $1,300, I will agree to go. That is the only way I'm doing that shit. So y'all can figure that shit out over the course of the next 4 weeks. But that is it. All right. But tonight doesn't count. So if you want to just send it tonight, just to send. It sounds like Absent God did just. Yeah, he did. Okay. Well, just for tonight, then. Here you go.
What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, because he sent 50 to you and 50 to me because he wanted another shot.
Where's I didn't get
absent God. I'm assuming Juan Hunter.
To where?
To Cash App.
Hold on, let me see, because mine ain't go off.
Oh, he just sent 50 over here. Okay, fine. It's just 50. So we're 50 away. I thought he sent it to both of us.
Okay.
So no shot.
Okay.
You don't have to do a shot. We're 50 away. And it's funny. Someone said bougie as fuck. No, I don't do haunted houses. I literally got banned from Not Scary Farm for uppercutting somebody when I was told they weren't going to fucking touch me. I don't do it. So it would literally have to be something that I'm like, fine. So if y'all niggas cover my rent this month, I will do it. Otherwise, no, I'm not doing it.
So here's what I'm working on. I'm trying to find the connection to either Not Scary Farms or Halloween Horror Nights to get us to go. But I need at least three tickets because we would really need for a camera person.
I mean, fair. It would be fair, but I already said I don't want to and have no desire to go. So my mission, it would not be fair because I could also get in for free if I tried. So no. But yes, I got banned from Not Scary Farm for uppercutting somebody because I was told that they weren't going to touch me, and someone touched me, and I flipped the fuck out, and I laid somebody out, and then security came, and they took me away, and they said, sir, you cannot come back here anymore, which is also fine because I already don't like roller coasters as is, so I didn't even want to be there in the first place. They're hanging Labubu's. What the fuck?
Here's the thing. I feel like this. I personally don't really like. I just keep it. I don't really fuck with horror houses like that. I fuck with horror houses, but not horror houses.
And you ain't got no bitches, and you ain't got no side bitches, and you you just ratted on yourself.
I just said I fucks with them. I said I got bitches. I said I fucks with them. So what I'm saying is, shut up. What I'm saying is,
gotcha, bitch.
I feel like we should go as a unit, as a collective, Blerds in the Hood thing, because this would be like I talk about it on the show. I try to get you to hang out with me outside of work shit, but you be like, oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta do that. Oh, I'm gonna be with these people. You ain't good enough to be with those people. And so I feel like,
what the fuck is that?
That was them hanging a little.
Yeah, I was just sharing. I wasn't expecting it to go right on the screen, but yeah, I pulled up the video of them hanging a Labubu.
All right, hold on. Get out of here.
Hold him out, rub him.
Get out of here. What the fuck is this? Why is it not changing?
Go to Matt's because it's not.
Oh, I know. Hold on. Here, there. They legit hung a Labubu. Oh, the Labubu started doing suck it like it was Generation DX.
Labubu, any last words?
Labubu, Labubu.
Or bullshit.
God, who buys this crap anyway? I know you do, you freaking idiot. Good people, I ask you, shall we hang this thing? Mr. Hangman, do your duty and pull that lever! Sorry,
Okay, hold on. This will make you laugh though. But I do. That's a good point. Did you notice the color of the Labubu's fur? And it was definitely a white man in an old timey ass motherfucking jacket talking about let's hang this Labubu. Because it also reminds me, like, I don't know much about Labubus, but I remember fucking Kendrick talking about boo boo. Like, I don't. Nah. All right, we're getting off topic. We got to focus about why we're here right now. I see you got two. Which one do you want to do first?
Oh, either one is so. So I found a section of the internet that is called Karens Getting What They Deserve. Jesus, Latoya.
You know what? Latoya, just for that.
Okay, so imagine a Karen going into Popeyes, and Karen's like chicken too, and Karen goes and orders, tries to order a nice little. Can they get a 2-piece, little meal, and they end up getting a 4-piece spicy with sides. Want to know what I'm talking about? Watch this.
No, they're all sold out.
You guys have chicken sandwiches? No. I know chicken sandwiches. Thank you. I was just here for that.
Hey, y'all got any chicken sandwiches, bro? I'm just here for the chicken sandwich. Y'all got any chicken sandwiches, bro?
That's
some serious chicken. Bro, I'm just gonna say,
fuck you laughing for,
because that shit is hilarious. That was some serious chicken. I'm gonna tell you this shit right now, man. I'm gonna tell you this shit. I'm not going to any longer use the phrase that we've been using in this era about if you do something, consequences are sure to follow, because as trickle-down Negronomics has taught us, the minute it ends up on no. The minute it ends up on Fox fucking News is the minute any phrase is officially dead. I can give the whole lecture about trickle-down Negronomics, but fuck around and find out it's officially dead after Hegseth decided to use that in a fucking speech. So I will go back to a classic. Don't start no shit. Won't be no shit. You decided to throw some shit at somebody and you got the ass whoop. I love the phrase, may you have the day that you deserve.
Here's who I hate out of that whole video. The black dude. The black dude. No, baby, you okay? The black dude trying, no, stop hitting her. Let her get what she deserves. While everybody got to pick up SIM cards and cricket phones, let her get what she
This nigga SIM cards and cricket phones.
Yes, sir. This nigga spitting. Damn, nigga.
When you picking up SIM cards and
Pete Keg breath.
Oh, I have the clip for that too in here. I wanted to make sure you played the fucking moron, but whatever. But you just look, I'm tired. And her boyfriend or whoever that is, y'all can't be together no more. Fellas, let me say something to y'all, please. If your girl, I don't give a shit about her race.
I saw the video that you put out though, real quick, about that the couple that was getting pulled by some other nigga in the basket, and he was like lap pulling them both together.
Nigga.
There's a few things that your relationship is immediately over, and I think one of them is certainly that video, and then the other one is what you were about to say right now.
You let your girl get hit and get jumped, and then you try to fight after she took 8 to the face. Now you want to go to protect her? It's a wrap, bro.
Like, to that point, like, you're not like, if there's something you feel about, like, I'm not gonna swing on a woman, then you jump in front of her and you start throwing people off her and be like, get away from her. But like, you just let her get her ass whooped before you decided to come.
If you my girl, we in a relationship. Let me make sure I clarify this. We in a relationship. Not no, we just fucking. We in a relationship, we together, you my girl, we trying to build each other up.
We go together.
We go together. I wish a bitch would swing with you while I'm around.
Look,
ma'am,
right, though.
ma'am, I won't punch you. I'm like, yo, I don't hit women, but I'll Sparta kick the fuck out you.
That's what I was gonna say, bro. It would, if anybody tried to lay hands on Kristen, same thing. I'm not gonna like beat this one, but there might be a quick just yeet just to get her the fuck off of Kristen, and that's it.
I'm telling you something, you're gonna feel like you got hit by an NFL left tackle. Like, oh, did shit out. But I watched my girl get beat in the Popeyes, and that's cricket phones, Metro PCSs, and Mint Moles everywhere. We all try to figure out whose SIM card belong to who, whose EBT account can still be activated on our bullshit Galaxy S2 or our iPhone 1.
He's riffing too much. He don't even see the comment on the screen. He's riffing too much. He don't see the comment on the screen.
Have hosts. Protect hoes.
We ain't got no bitches.
Well, let me say something on the record. Hoes are not meant to be protected. Okay? They're for the streets. You allow the streets to do what the streets gonna do. But my girl, my shawty, you know what I'm saying? That I got. Look, I
said what I said.
I was
No, that's just the shots. That's just the shots, which, by the way, again, we are only 50 away from one.
Oh my God. Hey, Mr. Sankey, you just had me terrified. He was like, that's the shots, which is fucking what? So let me say this. Listen. I feel like, oh yeah, what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
You gotta protect your girl, bro. You gotta listen.
Absolutely true. That's absolutely true.
Listen, I've been in bars, I've been in spots where chicks get drunk. We was talking, and chicks get drunk, and next thing you know, another chick want to push her motherfucking head to the bar post. We not together. I'm not there to protect you. You know what I'm saying? But now we together and we out and you acting stupid also, I have to tell you, hey, you need to calm the fuck down. Now, if I got to tell you more than once and then you still proceed to act a whole ass and then you get your ass whooped. Now, it is not my responsibility to save you because you put yourself in this precarious fucking position. My job is
it's called self-esteem. How am I supposed to tell you how to feel about yourself, about you simple bitch? This is what you're saying.
You feel about yourself. If you let me tell you something, I see a lot of people. This is a public service now. All the couples that watch us, people in relationships, if you will, fellas. If your girl get drunk and all of a sudden she either get real flirty or real aggressive, take her ass home. I've been out way too many times, whether I'm doing a show or just hanging out, where girls get drunk and that girl get flirty and you rub it up with people and doing shit, and the dude be like, oh man, I don't know what to do with her. You gotta do something before I do her. Like, I don't want to be that person to do your bitch because
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Hey man, can we go to the Karen on Karen violence? Because I feel like this is gonna make me feel, because when we talk, this is gonna put my foot in my mouth. So then
Yeah, get the fuck out! Oh my fucking God, you not get it? Stay the fuck off me and stay the fuck out of my fucking life! Bitch in the face, Taylor, right now.
Julia, get up and hit her.
I'm fucking done with you. Get out!
hey, let's say something. You get slapped and you get hit 8 times straight, bitch. Walk it off. You don't need to go back.
Don't go back for more, please, ma'am. May I have another? What the fuck, bro? The first time she slammed her down, my ass would have been like,
I've made a huge mistake.
What?
She was like,
bro.
Your head is like,
bro. Oh my God.
She kept coming back for it. She kept back. Like, look, you can't. You can be, look, being punch drunk to some people is a thing. However, hey, I got a question for you. And I don't know if it's the shots, and I probably shouldn't ask this question, but fuck it. So, I'm going to hear an unedited question I'm going to ask Winston on air. I feel like I'm not going to remember it later because I ain't got the fortitude right now to write shit down. So, I wrote a role in the Christmas movie joint for my ex-situationship. And like, we ain't talking, but like, should I still keep the role separate or should I get it for somebody else?
Motherfucker, are you out of your damn mind?
No, the role was based on her. I was like, yo, you know what I'm saying?
Emotional, damn it.
I was thinking, like, when I wrote it, I was like, man, this little Greek Canadian shit could do perfect in this role. And people gonna love it. And she was like, oh yeah, I'll do it. And I was like, cool. Because her name is big enough to be attached to it to where it's like, yo, I put her in the movie, we'll get the funding. But now that I don't really fuck with it, because I had to be like, hey man, you ain't good for my mentals. Like,
Are you not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Like, I don't know who else can replace her in that role. I'm like, man, I was like, yo, like, I've been wanting to text her, but I was like, I don't want to text, because if I text her, she's gonna be like, you should come by, and I'm like, I'm not coming over there, and because if I go over there, I'm not gonna be, your dog gonna be up under me like,
nigga.
Look at this graph.
But I ain't got no, like, I'm just saying, I ain't got no feelings for it like that no more. I'm good. I'm good on all that. It's just I'm saying.
No! Shut your stupid ass up. Say that, folks. Look at your dumb ass say it.
I'm just saying, no, hear me out, though. I thought that because I was like, yo.
Oh, hey. Fuck you.
That wasn't me. That was Matt. I didn't do that shit. But
okay, stop pressing shit. Just let me talk. We fucking talk. I'm just thinking, like we not, like, there's nothing there. No emotional shit. I had to recently cut that shit. It was like, yo, I was talking to my therapist. My therapist was like, yo, it's good for you. And my therapist is a black woman, so she keeps shit real with me. My therapist also breaks shit down in biblical verses, which I was like, this is what I needed, nigga. But
this one is me.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't
Okay.
Just let it go. Just let it go.
Hey, did somebody drop 50? Drop and give him 50. Drop and give him 50. Drop and give him 50.
I'm going to send you 50?
Oh no, I just saw somebody ask.
No. I don't see another 50 anywhere. We need to wrap this up because it's 9:30. I'm fucking tired. I got work in the morning. So if somebody wants to send another one, I'll do this last shot. We about 50 away, like I said. But there's
hey, nigga, we back doing this show weekly.
We are.
Hey man, guess what? We're back doing this. We got the neighborhood. We got Madness. Don't meet out. Nigga, he's sitting there helping us on the side. That is friendship. Like we got Dwayne sitting there talking shit somewhere. We got Jack.
Did you just mute yourself? I think you did. I missed the madness. You guys need to do more shows. We're here every week. We'll be here every Wednesday. Even if we have to pre-tape it, we will be here.
We here every Wednesday in this bitch. Cause like, listen, we here every Wednesday because we here for y'all. Now, we know we can't be back to 2 days a week because, again, Wednesday is way more popular than I am now, which is crazy. I'm proud of him as fuck. Like, the nigga do 90 million shows. He be all over the place. Shit be phenomenal, right? And then I be out here just watching fucking GoBots on Prime Video. But we here for y'all. And all y'all be doing the donations because y'all support the show. Then y'all be watching and y'all be telling people, yo, you need to check out Blerds in the Hood. Because what happens is they end up doing shit and then they how many shots did Jay have? A couple. And so what had happened was, because I didn't think we was going to be doing shots for real today. I was like, man, we're going to be taking one shot. That's going to be it on the show. And everybody else was like, let's see the madness. Well, I ain't drink. Because here's the thing, too. I hadn't drank in like a week and a half. So, like, when I took the first shot, I was like, ooh, shit, let me get focused. And then I took another shot. I was like, wee, bitch, focus in deck. And then I was like, after that, I was like, well, let me talk about this bitch-ass president. But anyway, we thank y'all for the show. We thank y'all for the show because we get to do, bro, do you understand? Me doing Blerds in the Hood is one of the best things I look forward to during the week. I do all these shows. I travel around everything. I'm grateful, but I get to talk. I get to like have a real conversation with a real motherfucker who I love like a brother, who probably don't love me back like a brother, but it's okay.
The fuck are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about?
Listen, I'm talking about how I appreciate you, the show today. Nigga, we came back and I was like, man, all the bullshit and drama, we back here. By the way, nigga, I'm trying to find a ball. I'm going this ball raw from Halloween. So if I can find a costume, I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna get like the paint, and because I ain't gonna grow my hair out from time, but I'm gonna get the paint for the hair. And then if I do that, I'm also do cornbread from Sinners. Be kind to everybody. But what I'm
Okay, I'm gonna make him be quiet for a minute because I need to wrap it up and go to bed. I have other shit to do, including walking my dog. So let me go ahead and plug my shit. You can find me at the Swaggy Blerd, youtube.com/Swaggy Blerd, twitch.tv/Swaggy Blerd on Tuesday. Mondays, I do Blerd Breakdown over on my channel. Tuesdays, Spill the Tequila with John Rocco over there. Wednesdays, I am here with y'all every Wednesday, myself and that drunk motherfucker. Fridays, Capes and Cows over on the Christian Harloff channel. Myself, Christian Harloff, Chris Carr. I've been doing reactions over on Christian's channel. I've been doing reactions on my channel. But most importantly, the thing I really want to plug tonight, I gotta give props to my lady, Miss Kristen Rose. She herself has started a podcast, y'all. The Draft Queens Off the Clock podcast, man. She started this whole fantasy football league herself and has been commissioner. And her and another one of our friends, Kat Dow, decided this year that they were actually going to do an off the clock, do a podcast specifically talking about the league, but talking about stuff going on around the NFL, including a whole segment for the ladies out there. They're probably gonna love this called Zaddy Corner, where they talk about the Zaddy coaches, of the thing. So please go support them. They just started out. Show some love, neighborhood. Go subscribe to that and go listen to their stuff. Everybody that's heard Zaddy Corner, I've heard, has died laughing. So definitely check that shit out for sure. You see it right there at Draft Queens OTC Pod. You see it, you can find it. That's what the logo looks like, all that good stuff. So please check that out. Go ahead and plug your shit now, Jay, if you're done going on and on, man.
For them to have 9 subscribers and their count be what it is, that's pretty fucking dope.
They just started. Exactly.
Bro, that's pretty fucking. Can you pull that back up real quick? Seriously?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Bro, I was looking, okay, so 5 hours ago, that it is what it is.
They just put the new episode out right now. There's also the link.
But their first episode has 59 views, which is over almost 500% of their subscriber numbers, which is crazy. That's so dope.
Yeah, no, they're already killing it, man, and like they're getting better and better every time because, like, you know, they both have worked really hard in like kind of a, you know, in corporate America and stuff like that, and each episode has been getting better.
Okay, so now they have 10. Shouts out to Aisha, who, Aisha is a person
They up to 16 already. I love the neighborhood. I fucking love the neighborhood, bro. I fucking love the neighborhood. I'm gonna go ahead and take half a shot. Since we already 50 away, I'm gonna take half a shot for that because I fucking love the goddamn neighborhood with all my heart, man.
I'm gonna take you with you.
Supporting mine and supporting me. I fucking love y'all, man.
Hey, we've said this, and I'm a little bit buzzed, all bullshit aside and joke aside. But we've said this when we come back. We're trying to do more. We're trying to get more graphics, more bumpers, or maybe a different entrance and things like that for the show. And we want to have somebody who wants to join a team in a sense of us, because we need somebody to cut our clips. Because we have our social media, we have our Blerds in the Hood Instagram. We want to put the clips of the show up. So we always know that there's moments that consistently happen that you guys love, whether it be the conversations, the rants, or things like that. And so we're trying to do that, and it's just being 100% transparent. It is difficult for Winston or myself to get a lot of this shit done with our lives. So, hey man, when your back is better, I haven't hit you up. That's why, when you out of tracks, let me know.
17, come on, neighborhood. I see y'all. Keep growing that shit. I fucking love that, man.
Yeah. Please keep supporting that. So all these things, we're trying to just build things and build people around us. So all those things. But yeah, let's go back to I'll plug my for real. And while I take the shot. Did you take your shot?
No, we right here. Boom. I'm taking taking this half shot.
I got half.
Yo. Half.
Half, Andy. Half. Please follow me here. Follow me on all my social medias. I say this all the time. If you like to laugh, I try to make y'all laugh every single day with the reaction videos I drop on Instagram. I would love for you guys to watch. People send me some of the craziest videos with algorithms in hell, but I get some of the wildest shit that I just react to and I put it up there. So please check that out. It is the building of the social media following from that means a lot in regard. Let's see what you did there. The building of that helped a lot in building stand-up career, which is crazy because I thought it would be about just the jokes. It is not. It's about building the social media numbers. So follow me on Instagram for sure, Mr. Jay Washington. TikTok, if you want to use it, because we don't know what that's about to be because it's now about to go into hell. I'm on all the social media platforms as well. If you know anyone in Bozeman, Montana, I know that sounds so wild to say. I will be in Bozeman, Montana next Friday at Last Best Comedy. I'm doing a show Friday night, 2 shows. We're actually doing 2 shows one night, 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. in Bozeman, Montana. Come out for that. If you are in the LA area, and you want to come see me this Friday, first off, I'm at the Westside Comedy Theater in Santa Monica. Then after that, I'm at the Hollywood Improv. Saturday, I'm doing Don't Tell Comedy in Long Beach. I don't know where it is. They didn't tell me yet. Sunday, I'm in Ojai, California. Yeah, I'll be out in Ojai, so I'll be out there. All my shows, everything I'm doing, I'm constantly posting on Instagram and everything. Make sure you check out that. I have to update my website, so that's the thing as well. The Mad Titan podcast, I have not been able to get to it because I have been trying to get that script done. BC has been asking me about it so much. People have been asking about the wrestling things I've been doing on Patreon. I get that script took so much of my time. So I can tell you guys here in the neighborhood. Now that I think I've got a good lock on the draft and everything, that's that. I'm up in LA, like I said, this week. What else is going on? I am trying to get back to where I was. I understand the industry shutting down messed up a lot of shit. When I say that, I know people are like, yo, you're not on New Rockstars, you're not in the break room. I miss all of that. I immensely miss that. I've talked to Gina. I have talked to Voss. I have talked to Jessica. I've talked to all the people. So there's never any love lost. I just miss everybody. The money just doesn't come in that. So I'm trying to keep doing my things on my own channel. So follow me on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get as much shit as I can. Again, it is just me. I watch how hard Winston works, and I'm working just as hard. Also, I want to say this to Matt Thomas. Last week, Matt said some shit in a group chat, and I won't go into detail what it was. But I told Matt, I look at you in a different light. And when I said that, I said it with no laughter. I said it in a serious tone. And then Matt sent the whole reply, and I was like, nope, not going to respond to it. Because I'd be like, all right, I'm going to make this nigga sweat. But I want to tell Matt Thomas, I hate you as a little brother. Nothing.
What the fuck? What?
Nigga! Winston brought me up. I'm like, oh, where's this going? And of course,
I didn't know. He clearly said he wanted to say something to you. I was like, to say it to his face, nigga. I know.
Nigga, I hate you. Nigga text me that, and
who are these niggas?
Nigga, a gift. I just sent this nigga a gift of a puppy doing a pound. I was like, you good, dog. That's all I pretty much got, man. Listen, to everyone who sent in Streamlabs, everyone who sent in Cash App, Venmos, everything of the sort, sincerely, we truly, truly do appreciate y'all.
Man, we really cover the whole gamut, bro. We talk mad shit. We get into fucking political and fucking like social conversations. We crack jokes. We make fun of Karens. We talk about petty bitches calling out motherfuckers for calling them fat. We talk nerd shit. We literally cover the whole fucking gamut. I did miss this show, bro. I really did.
That's one of the things I will say. That's one thing I love about this show. We have said this as well. I know the numbers have dwindled down on the live viewers, and we'll probably pick back up in the replay. But to everyone who has stayed on with us right now, it is 9:30 on the West Coast. That means it is almost 1 a.m. on the East Coast.
Which is why we should go to sleep. They got work.
I know, but I'm just saying. I know I'm rambling and buzz or whatever, but just to say, people who have stuck with us and was like, no, I'm gonna watch the whole thing. That means a lot.
It does,
because you don't have to stay up and stay awake to watch us. You can just like, all right, I'll just catch it later. There's some people who just said I'll catch it later, and that's fine. But the people who are still watching, so we appreciate y'all. We're trying to get to the point where we're doing this live in person, but we still give y'all the thing with being here, all that shit, man. So with that being said, we love y'all. We'll holler at y'all next week. Till then, take care. We out.
Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch. Bye, bitch.
Yeah, no. I just, bro, up to 19. That's crazy. I fucking love the neighborhood so goddamn much.
I mean, look,
the fact that y'all just so quickly, immediately supported Kristen like
also,
that, man.
you gotta think about this too. We started on some bullshit, just like let's see what happens, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't nigga got killed, and we decided to talk about having the talk that we kind of popped over 1,000.
I forgot about that. That's exactly what it
was. I tell everybody always asks how the Blerds start. I'm like, yo, we just decided to do some shit during COVID, and it was cool. We had we had our people who knew us from individual things we'd done, but it wasn't until we did that one stream after the George Floyd thing where we were like, let's talk about the talk that Black parents have to have about Black kids. And that got us a little bit of traction, notoriety, and I feel like we can do better. So now I'm like, yo, what if I got Amanda Seales on here? And then I was like, nope, I want to keep the show. Because hey, I love Amanda Seales, for the record. I just was joking and just bringing up Amanda just for the record. I don't want to say nothing else. I feel like he need to say that because everyone's like, oh shit, he talking shit about. I love Amanda Seales. Amanda's like very outspoken.
She oh now you can't speak.